Yo, what's up, everybody? Tonight, we tackle a topic that is on every vinyl enthusiast's mind. We discuss the recent and upcoming UHQR releases from Analog Productions. As you may or may not know, we are getting two more Steely Dan titles. If my math is right, that brings the body count to 7 Steely Dan UHQRs. Tonight, we've assembled a sophisticated vinyl community panel, and they are prepared to answer your burning questions. Like, do we really need more Steely Dan? Where's the Barbra Streisand, the Jim Neighbors, the Burl Ives? Why can't we kick off a Count Basie reissue series? And can we just get Electric Ladyland already so I don't have to stare at a gaping hole in my UHQR Jimi Hendrix catalog? Let me bring the panel on now, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome. Oops, not that one. Please welcome, folks. We got Felipe today. Been a while since we've seen Felipe. What's up, baby?
Hey, Jason. Thanks for having me. Hi, Chance. Hi, Arnaldo. Hi, Jose. And I'm honored here for the discussion, for the panel. And I think it's the first time I share screen with Jose, actually. We talk so much.
Yes.
I think we never shared the screen.
I've been on the Jazz Bumps before.
Yeah, was I on screen? I don't remember. But
yeah, you were like coming in and out. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, let's make it official then. And
History.
Arnaldo back, and Chance is still there after all these concerts, and Jason, holding everything there. It's great. I'm happy to be here, guys.
Oh, it's good to have you, Felipe. Arnaldo, he is back from his long trip. What is up, man?
I was gone for 2 weeks.
That's a long time.
You think? I think
so. I mean, for me, it is.
I think Americans should start to take 2-week vacations. Don't you think?
There you go.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Because in Europe, like 2 weeks is nothing. What, you're only taking 2 weeks? They usually start at 3.
Yep. We also got Jose Moreno Ron. What's up, Jose? How's it going, man?
Hello.
I love the new setup.
Well, it's not really a new. It's just a different room, I guess.
Okay. I like the different room
It's
setup.
new to Jason. It's like a used record. It's new to spins. Okay, come on.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, but I did it. I did it from here last time. I think it's the same room. I was just facing the other wall.
First time I saw you mic'd up with a headset was when you were with Jason Rojas on his stream.
Yeah. Well, this is my house studio.
Okay. I like it.
So I have here a bunch of I got stuff. It's hot in here, so I put the AC on here and blah blah blah.
Got it. Last but not least, let me give him the theme music. Ah, yes, we got the concert buddy himself on an off week. It's Chance. What is up?
What's going on, fellas?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Same.
I thought you were gonna say something else, but you ended it, fellas.
No, it's called a dramatic pause. I was waiting,
right.
and then I remember the dead air. You don't want dead air in these situations. So then
Nice.
Fumble.
I'm fine. How are you?
Good to see you guys.
All right, so I teased it a little bit. We want to get into, let me throw up the ticker right here. Boom. More UHQR talk. And I think this is on top of mind because we just had some, I don't know if we talked about this yet, but we had a couple of nice jazz records come out. And that's why I want to get Felipe on here to talk about them. A couple Bill Evans records. And then you start looking at the forecast and the pre-orders for UHQRs and you see more Steely Dan. So I was thinking, all right, well, that'll get us to 7. I mean, I don't know how many Steely Dan are in the catalog, but I mean,
9.
There's 9. So we're close at least. I mean, we're close. Maybe the end of next year we'll be able to move on. So I don't know. Hey, I'm a little bit biased. I mean, I'm an Asia guy. I'm all about Asia, but I've never had like Steely Dan top of mind until they started producing these UHQRs like mad. So want to get into it today, talk about it, and get some opinions. I know, and we want your opinions too, of course, out there in TV land. And Wyoming Dave, welcome. Let me say hey to some people. Boot Trader, what is up, baby? We got who else? Fidelio. Wait a minute, I know him. I know Fidelio. Michael's here. Dawson, what's up, baby? What do you think, Chance? Oh, I know we talked about Dawson. Do we want to throw out the signal now, or you want to wait till the freestyle?
Yeah, let's do the freestyle. Let's go through the topics and then let's throw it out there.
Got it. All right, welcome, Dawson. Good to see you again. All right, so I talked a little bit about my viewpoint. I mean, am I a buyer for all the Steely Dan that's coming out? No, not necessarily. When are we going to get some new stuff? When are we going to finish? We only need one more Hendrix. I would just like to see Electric Ladyland. There's a reason we can't get that. But I think about UHQR, you think about top of the line vinyl, you talk about $150 records. Why aren't we just getting like the best of the best across a wide spectrum? Be a little more horizontal than vertical. The vertical right now for Steely is huge. So who wants to go first? I don't know. Felipe, do you want to talk a little bit about the Bill Evans records that have come out?
Yes, Jason. So sorry guys, I'm getting back my voice after last week. I had a really bad cold. So yeah, I mean Chad put out Village Vanguard and Waltz for Debbie that are just songs from the same performances. Bill Evans Trio was playing the Village Vanguard. They played the afternoon and the evening sessions, like a total of 3 sessions. And Scott LaFaro, unfortunately, the bass player, he died a few days later after the performance on a car crash. After playing with Stan Getz, he would also play with other musicians as well, and he died. And his was a really crazy good, not only technically but I mean stylistically, bass player. So probably one of the best, if not the best, activations of the Bill Evans Trio was with Scott LaFaro, and Evans really liked his style. And after he passed, Christopher, it took like almost a year to go back, and it was because the label kind of pushing, you got to do something, otherwise you're never going to get out of this mood. And so they picked songs for 2 records, the Village Vanguard one and Waltz for Debbie that came early the next year, and in 62. So, and the first was Village Vanguard is mostly tributes to Scott LaFaro. His name is on the cover, actually. And it's very bass focused. It's a beautiful, beautiful bass recording. And Waltz for Debbie is more like the trio, the traditional songs you would expect. There are covers, there are originals there. There's 2 LaFaro compositions in the album. And it's one of the best recorded, one of the most iconic live jazz records ever. And Bill Evans, per se, is one of the top trios bands ever. And it's a bestseller no matter when or how, what time period. So if the idea of the UHQRs is to make like a pantheon of the recordings that should be there, I think it makes a lot of sense. Perhaps timing was not the greatest because of the OJCs that just came out, also made by Kevin. But they surely at some point they would be there. And from what looks like kind of recently, that's what seems to be doing. Like Kraft does the 33s and he's doing 45s, and you can see that in many other releases as well. So it kind of makes sense. We don't know how it is, like, backstage, the agreements, the contracts they have. But despite all these little flaws, I would say, like the timing and everything, it's absolutely wonderful. It really, really, absolutely terrific. Really good. Pressing, the cover, the cover art, the jacket is amazing. It's a big hit in my opinion, and I think eventually will sell out, despite the.
Do you have any other pressings to compare them to?
I compared, so I shot a quick video about it. I compared to the current OJCs, and I compared to the box. And some people ask, what about the classic records and this and that? I wanted to compare to what's available now. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense compared to something that's not available for people to buy.
Totally. Yep. I see that.
Right?
Yep.
So I'd say that from the 33 to this one, the OJCs, the difference is that extra air that the 45 gives you. I also found that the mixing, the presentation was enhanced. You have more the club feeling, more details come out. So it's a live record. Nowadays they only serve drinks, but back in the day they would serve food. So you can hear the silverware, the chattering, but it's not distracting. I think it's actually a really nice compliment. It gives like a really nice club atmosphere. It doesn't take center, never. I felt compared to the box, also in 45. I think there's more to it as well in detail. And I think sounds actually a little bigger. The staging is bigger, and it's more widespread. I think that those first 45s, they were too panned. The panning was really hard, and bass here, drums there, and the piano really kind of taken to the drum side a little bit. And now everything is more cohesive. If you've been there to the Vanguard, it's like a wedge where the stage ends. So usually they put the bass in the middle, piano here, drum here, and that's the feeling you get. That's the feeling of being there. And I think that's I don't know, Chess has all the UHQRs. To me, is the most silent one so far. I think it's the best, probably the best press so far, in my opinion.
I do have all the UHQRs.
Yeah.
And I'll wait my turn before I give it. I mean, it's good to recording, just to put a cherry on top of what Felipe is saying. I mean, the Bill Evans stuff's good, but I have some other commentary. So we'll go around today.
Well, I was going to comment too on what you said about like the ambient sounds, clinking glasses, which is classic for small venue jazz stuff. And when it's recorded well and it's not overpowering music and the music mix still sounds great, like I think it's really cool. I really kind of can compliment. You can even hear people talking sometimes in the background in the audience and stuff. And to me, it adds to it. Like I love that stuff. Who wants to go? Anyone else pick those up or want to?
Well, I'll go ahead and go since I got them, and I got them all. It's like Pokemon. It's the thing that I've got all of. and I saw Lavelle's comment, and I think that's true. I think the UHQR is the premier audiophile reissue series. How do I know this, or why do I think that way? Because I have them all. I don't have all the one steps, and I don't have all the small batch, but I do have some from each series. And Chad and team do a very nice job. And when I've had, let's start with quality. I think quality is nice. The Clarity vinyl, real nice choice idea. The execution from the boxes. I know some people think the boxes are very polarizing. I think they look very nice on the shelf. It gives a lot of perceived value, especially as the price point has gone from 100 to 125 to now 150, starting with the Steely Dan stuff. This one, side note, is the best one in my opinion for me because it's contemporary tastes, and they took a garage rock record and really just blew it out, which I thought was an A+ job. So, chef's kiss, Ryan K. Smith, Ryan Smith, because he dropped the K. Again, one of the great mysteries of 2024 is where did the K go? But we'll come back to that. But yes, I have all of them. I didn't start out with all of them. I had to go back and get a few of the early ones, and that wasn't friendly to my wallet. But kind of what you said in the open spin is that I'm starting to get to the point where I need a little bit more. Like the Bill Evans is nice, but like Felipe said, I mean, they just did the OJCs, and when you're comparing 33 at $40 price point in less of the year versus 150, yeah, it's 45. All nice box. And again, I know licensing. I'm sure the timing of this is probably lost in the sauce because I'm sure that the Bill Evans probably would have come out sooner had the OJCs not come out. I mean, there's probably some of that going on, right? Mm-hmm. But I need something more. I need something that's more in my wheelhouse, and I need something that's more something I can really sink my teeth in and not readily available. Like if you're talking about this price point in particular, you want something that's special. You want something that's unique. You want something that really is not just a perceived value. You know, it's like if I'm going to plop down these big bucks, then I just want the wow factor instead of because I kind of feel like UHQR as a brand is more of, okay, yes, I feel that this justifies the spend. Like, let's go back to the Miles Davis stuff. Like, did we really need a UHQR at 33 and 45? I don't know. You know what I mean? I felt like a little double dipping, and I get that was a special tape and all that. But I think some of the choices, and again, Chad's company, he can do whatever he wants, and he's very clear to say that if you don't like it, don't buy it. But then you have completists, fools like me, who are now 17 pieces deep into this. And like you said, Spins, there's 2 more Steely Dans, not really in my wheelhouse. I love Can't Buy a Thrill, did a great job. Some of the other stuff I didn't need, but I didn't really have in my collection because I'm not a Danner. So, okay, let me have a nice audiophile version. Pretzel Logic with Sus, probably their least received output of the series. I think that's probably the consensus.
No, that's the best one.
It's the best one. Jose Moreno
Yes.
Ron's the best one.
Well, it has a bunch of great songs.
No, it's a good album, but that's the one.
It's one of my favorite. Pretzel
Yeah,
Logic's
it's
one
one.
of my
Yeah,
favorite.
it's one of my
Okay,
And I
favorites.
didn't buy the UHQR.
Fuck Asia.
So just on a side note,
How dare you?
Ricky Don't Lose That Number is a Horace Silver song which they didn't give you credit for.
Right.
So to be clear, I'm not trashing the album. I'm trashing the reception because
Correct.
the perception.
Oh yeah, everybody
even-
said that
even
it
from-
sounded like that.
Yeah, was that Chad made a creative decision on the high end, right, and where it kind of comes in. So
Well, and for someone like me that's not
Certainly
out there
true.
spending $150 every time a new, high fidelity record comes out, which I think is a lot of people, it's sort of like, can I jump on Discogs or go to my local record store and pick up an OG for like a third of the price? Yes. So what is my incentive? And of course, look, they're not making them for me. They're making them for people, audiophiles and whatnot. Yeah, exactly. You guys. But I mean, and the other thing I wanted to say too is that I can see, like you say, why'd they do the 33 RPM and the 45 with the miles? It seems like it's a little bit of dipping your toe in the water, maybe trying to see like what's going to sell, what's not. And, they come out with a few every year and whatnot. But are we at a point now, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, where we've established that people love these? Like, why don't we pick up the schedule a little bit and spread out the love? And to your point, Chance, too, is like, let's pick up some of those big titles that are harder to find. The jazz stuff, even, like, I love the Bill Evans because trying to find OG jazz stuff is not only difficult to find, but super pricey. I just think, if you're going to repress $30, $40 records, sometimes even less, if I can go on Discogs and grab it, get some stuff out there. Or like you said, the White Stripes. We'll also establish that we can do some more contemporary stuff and have it hit a home run. That stuff's tough to get too. So anyway, that would be my only point on that stuff.
well, and Chad, I see the comment. Hang on, I gotta find it. Oh, Lavelle, yeah. So there is a tease because there's supposed to be 3 more for the rest of the year. And Chad in his last video was talking about there's going to be a surprise one and then the 2 Steely Dan ones. I think it'll be very interesting. And I think I've told people privately, I think this is going to be the pivotal decision because if this is another meh title to me or a title that I'm less than excited about, I don't know if I'm going to stick with the series. And if it's something like Abraxas, okay, that would take.
I don't think he could do Abraxas. It's Sony, and we know Sony doesn't let the masters out of their vault unless you're Ryan Smith.
I mean, don't we already have a MoFi Abraxas that just like you can never top it?
That's $2,000. Yeah.
But there's a cheaper one too, right? Didn't they do another? Is that the 45 RPM or?
There's a 33 for early on. I think that was actually the first one they did digital, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That was part of the big reveal. Surprise.
Right.
Guys. Digi. We got the Digi going.
But I have one of those early 80s that have Speedmaster series, that blue strip. Those things are great.
So
Anyone
anyway,
else want to weigh in?
Oh, sorry.
Well, I mean, of the Steely Dan, I have originals of 33, and I'm a fan of Steely Dan. So I think I picked up the first 2 and then Gaucho and Asia. So I skipped Pretzel Logic, although it's one of my favorite ones. I think the reviews got ahead of it before I could order it, and that was a good thing. So, I don't think I'm getting Katie Lied and what's the other one?
The Royal Scam.
The Royal Scam, yeah.
Get that out before University of Vinyl's here because Tim's here and he's a Danner. He is king of the Danner fan club, and if he's not, Bianco's in the running. It's those guys.
And I just wanted to add, I mean, I can understand how the 2 Bill Evans albums are important albums. They're beautiful albums. I just bought the OJC, and that's great. That he wants to give him this treatment. Do I personally need it? Probably not, because I'm starting to reevaluate what are the albums that really are worthy, that I care most about? And if I have to say those two are the ones that I care most about, probably not. So the ones that I bought, the OJCs, I'm perfectly happy with. And I'm starting to get a little annoyed by the double 45. The two Marley albums that he did in UHQR are fantastic. I think Exodus is my favorite UHQR of the ones that I own.
Even more than Rastaman, huh?
Yes, Exodus is just sublime. Okay. And I wish he would do more of the 33. Not everything has to be 45. And I understand the licensing. He probably can do it at 45 because that's what the label or the license will allow him to do. Sure. I get that. But I'm starting to reevaluate the whole musicality of the album. It's not so much about getting up two more times, during the record. It's more about, I like to listen to the flow of the record. Like when CDs came out, right?
Yep.
Hearing a CD that I've listened to broken up in half all at once was kind of an adjustment for me, right? But then when people got into the CD era, when they were like musicians were making albums that were meant to be listened from the beginning to the end, right? How do you want to chop that up in 4 parts, right? Especially an album like Love Sexy. That was, when it came out on CD, it was only 1 track. Because you couldn't, subsequent versions and editions of that, they indexed the various tracks. But the first version had only 1 track, and you had to play Love Sexy all in 1 shot. So that's my little rant. Sorry.
So can I throw this one up to the dais? Is 45 RPM the new 180 gram vinyl? Remember years ago that was this is it. This is the audiophile solution. heavier vinyl. And I think everyone with half a brain knows that's not always the case, right? It was more marketing pizzazz than 45. Now, scientifically, in theory, 45 got more runway for the audio. Like it makes sense, but there's kind of leaning into this from a marketing. I think you're right, probably Arnaldo, that it's probably an easier license to procure than the 33. But at the same time, is part of this some of that marketing sizzle that the Chad wants to add on, the change your pants, all that kind of stuff? Is this the latest? Because the only place you can get it 45 RPM.
You can get the box set.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and probably the box set. I don't know because I don't have either one. The box set is probably a better deal in terms of money.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're spending $300 to only get 2 records. The box set has what?
So
5?
can I be Mr. Planters for a second? Be a little salty. Morton's. Wasn't this the same box set that Chad said was going to sell it last January and is still available on the website? Just asking for a friend. Okay, just asking for a friend.
Well, so how often, if you compare a 33 versus a 45, which one are you listening? Sorry.
Jason.
Technical problem.
That was my evil twin. What are you listening to more? Are you listening to a 45 or a 33 when it comes to an album? Because like you said too, Arnaldo, is that you got to be kind of selective with the kind of music you do press to 45 RPM, because where are you going to cut it off? You can't do Grateful Dead live albums because you're going to just chop it all up even more than it already is. And there's a lot of other stuff that is sequenced in a way that is meant to be heard, side A, side B. But notwithstanding, how often are you listening to your 45 RPMs versus your 33 RPMs? And that's going to anyone on the dais. Because I'll be honest, like I've listened to my 45 RPM. I have a couple of them and they sound fantastic. I've listened to them like a total of once or twice. I go to my 33s, you know what I mean?
I just want to ask Felipe if he, how much better are the UHQRs versus the OJCs? Because for $100 fucking more dollars, I wouldn't
no,
110.
So actually there was a sorry. Actually there was a comment on the video, something like it's put like value like $40 to 150 or whatever. Say, is it like 4 times better? It's like it's hard to quantify that, right? I mean, and we know it's we know the answer. We know it's not like great. I actually asked Kevin Gray about it because he just got both recently, not too long ago, and he said both are terrific. I find both really good, and the difference is this 45 thing. I mean, if I think it gets in the equation. Are you a collector? Do you want to experience that yourself? And do you have the means to extract those grooves and actually hear it? But and if you're willing and able, and if you can, spend $150. If you cannot, do not want. You're absolutely fine.
Is it a
to do
no
both.
then?
Huh?
Is it a no then? I mean, because
It is better, but I cannot tell you like it's like 2.95%.
Yeah.
If you want that, I cannot say that.
I mean,
But is it that low? I mean, or is it significant? I mean, what do you think?
Can I put it away, Felipe? Not to cut you off, but from my own POV, people like ketchup, but people like good ketchup like Heinz. You know what I'm saying? So you can't always get Heinz wherever you are, but if you're at home,
Heinz.
you can have Heinz at home. Okay, so if in your mind that's the best, you should have the best. If you can afford the best, if it's important to you. But if you're okay, if you're out at the ballpark and all they got's that generic Jones ketchup, I guess that's what you got, and that's fine too. But it's not great.
Yeah, no, you're being way too logical. I mean, yeah, of course, right? To each their own. To each their own. If you have, like Felipe said, you have the means, and you're someone that is like you're piping your slippers, and you sit down, and you're just centered perfectly with the stage coming out of your speak. The 45 goes on. You hire someone to flip it 3 times. Then yes.
But you still have to wait. You have to wait at least a minute, and you're interrupting the flow of the music.
Okay, there you go.
Especially Jet. Can I say that Patrick does bring up a good point? Maybe we'll talk about it a little later. But
This one?
No, the last one when he said he got the ERC Funhouse, the Stooges one.
Oh yeah.
ERC has one of the most fucking boring to me libraries of stuff they've ever been released. To pay like $400 for that, don't count me in at all. But they have 2 records, or 3. Steve Lacy one that I like, Vashti Bunyan, and this Funhouse. And I think that at least they're thinking out of the box, knowing that this is a great way to get people in. But my fucking God, does anybody at Analog Productions is there somebody there at the job is like, hey, Chad, I know you only like Steely Dan, but fuck it. It's like, we've done all the records. Can we release something? Hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do The Who. The fuck is that? I can't understand why. It's important. Yeah, it's his.
I was hoping you were going to channel Chad today, man. Go, baby, go.
It's his record label. He can do whatever he wants, but he should have someone that tells him, hey, you know what? I know you fucking hate Pharoah Sanders, but remember that record we did and everybody bought it and everybody loved it? I bought it immediately. Remember that? And he'll be like, oh, maybe he can try something like that again. And he might be surprised. Because I don't remember how many copies they did of Asia. Oh, was it like more than 10,000 copies of the UHQR? That's never going to sell out. I mean, if it does sell out, it's going to be like amazing.
My only counter to that, Jose, is that I think, and Arnaldo, feel free to chip in on this, probably the nature of that deal from a licensing end, because apparently that was the big deal. That's why they had to do all these titles. They had to release them within the same 3-year period, and they had to take the price point up to 150 because the license was apparently, that's what Chad says. Apparently the license was pretty expensive.
Yes, but I don't think either no one can negotiate in that business, because if your negotiation skills got up to selling $150, 30,000 copies of that, I don't believe you. Like, that would be a horrible deal. If somebody tells you, all right, you can press it, but you have to charge $150, make 30,000 of these records before you can do something else. At least in my perspective, I would be like, well, I can't really. 30,000 means that if you're gonna put out, because some UHQR are 3,000 copies, you can put 10 fucking titles with that money and probably sell out faster than having 30,000 UHQRs.
That's a good point.
So my investment idea would be, if he's seen that some people like the niche things, maybe an Alice Coltrane, maybe Eric Dolphy.
Pharoah
I don't
Sanders.
know. Pharoah Sanders. Yes.
We've never been more simpatico, by the way. When you mention Pharoah
Yes.
Sanders, man, I am on board.
Yeah, and it's like I think that even the White Stripes one, I think he can probably ask, hey Jack, what about the new record you're doing, or hey, what about all those other bands like Boris or Sleep you have in your label? You want to do like a collaboration, make blah blah blah. It's just, by the way, the latest Thurman Records jazz records that have been coming out, they sound fucking horrible. But anyways, I just think that there should be someone telling them, hey, for the love of God. Oh yeah, so they had a deal when COVID was happening.
Well,
So
that's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna
everybody
say.
was dying, and they were like, let's cash in on these 30,000.
I think a lot of these deals were made years ago. And I think that the point of view for the market was a lot. Well, I wasn't say a lot, but it was considerably different because everybody was at home. It was like printing money. Like, remember, anytime a MoFi title would come out, it'd sell out in like a day and a half. I mean, it was some zany times. Yeah, exactly. Westman's talking this.
I don't know about. I mean, even if it was COVID and everybody was buying 30,000 Asia copies, it's fucking insane.
Asia.
I mean, I'll tell you this, because the Bob Marley one sold like in 3 days, right? There were like 3,000 of them. You can still get them at the Jamaica's airport, apparently. You can make 5,000 and just sell out in 2-3 months, you know, or maybe or and have the opportunity to repress something. But it's so boring to see one label do it and then another one be like, hey, remember that record we just sold you in a box set? We're going to do it again. See us do it again, and you're going to buy it. And I just, what is this? Why can't they be like, hey, here's another Bill Evans record, the Tony Bennett one nobody likes. Hey, here it is, and UHQR or something like that. I just find it a little boring.
I have to add that a lot of these choices are low-hanging fruit. So wherever there's the opportunity to get the license, that's what they're going to do. So, I mean, we don't know what's behind all of these choices. There's a part that says, yes, the UHQR series is dedicated to classic records that deserve that kind of treatment. And, you know, I can see why you pick 2 Bill Evans albums, right? But then you do dip your toe in the water and do a title like the White Stripes, which I love, and they should do more of, because we have so many other great versions of the records that have been put out, right?
Right.
Yes, he's doing a great job with the Steely Dan, but originals really sound very good of the original Steely Dan catalog. So
yeah, I have all the original ones. My friend brought the Can't Buy a 301. Not my personal favorite one, but I know most people like it more for some reason. It's a different band. It's completely a different band. They have nothing to do with the other Steely Dan. Like Katie Lied, I'm looking forward. I think that one, they haven't released it either because it sounds like complete shit, or because you know the problem with Katie Lied was the original master got lost.
Wasn't it the Dolby thing? The setting on Dolby was incorrect, and they had to.
Yeah, but the one that didn't have it doesn't exist anymore, and the Dolby X one they put on sounded a little weird. I have a MoFi, I have an original one. It's a good record. It has good songs. Black Friday, I think it's pretty good. But Royal Scam, I think it's pretty great. But would I buy Royal Scam UHQR just because Kanye West sample one? I don't know.
Jose, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Yes.
If you could have, this is like a fairy tale. I don't have the drop sound for it, like magic.
No, yeah.
If you were given the keys to the kingdom, look at this guy. That's beautiful. I love it, Spins. B-side, everybody. B-side has the drops.
I got you.
But no, Jose, the title. If they said if Chad came to you, I'm not gonna do an impression because that's just not my bag. He said, Jose Moreno Ron of Aurora Central Records.
Yes.
What is the one title that would blow your socks off if we did a UHQR and you would be customer number one? What would that be? And I'm not saying about your personal taste. You have to think of it from a long view.
Well, I think that since they're doing Velvet Underground, I think if they did White Light White Heat as a UHQR, because the problem with White Light White Heat is that on the mono and the stereo you can sort of hear the recording was so fucking loud when they were doing it, you can't hear the drums. On the mono one, you can hear it a little bit better. But maybe that's a good title because they're doing Reloaded. Reloaded, fucking Loaded.
Loaded, yeah.
Yes, Reloaded is a Metallica piece of shit.
I was gonna say that's the lesser of the two Metallica records. Yeah.
But I think that if they did that, or the first, I mean, that would be a more safer record to press. But if they could do something along those lines, I think it would sell. Can you imagine Velvet Under and Nico UHQR? I think everybody would like that. A mono one.
Especially if they do you think they could fix some of the issues with that record because it's very distorted.
It's not an audiophile record at all. But again, if they did White Light White Heat, I would personally love it. And also
no, Jose, you only got one choice.
Yeah, one choice. No.
Yeah, what number are we on now?
And you picked a record that wasn't even recorded well, so you failed. I'm sorry.
But you asked me what I wanted.
But I don't think here I'm gonna really object.
Well, MoFi did
with that record. I don't think you can work any miracle to make that record sound great.
No, you can. I mean, there's
Nico?
Felipe, please chime in here.
Well, for example,
I think if the idea is to get something that's popular.
I'm talking about White Light White Heat. I don't think you could fix that record.
No,
you can. I guess you can. I mean, but you don't know. I mean, MoFi did Basement Tapes, and that sounds really good for a lo-fi record recorded in the kitchen of a house in upstate New York. I think it sounds amazing. Because it's a record that I actually like a lot. I think if you have the box set with all the different cuts, the See You Later, Allen Ginsberg, all of that, I think it's pretty good. And when you hear the MoFi, you're like, oh, it sounds really nice, very quiet and all that. I know it's not an audiophile, but since they're doing Atlantic 75 and they have the option, I think that would be a great 3,000 number titled, iconic with the banana, have the torso guy in the back, nice gatefold, everybody looking nice. I just think it might be more interesting. And I just want to point out something Matt Vinyl New York City, who hates me, mentioned, that I do think that Clarity Vinyl, if it's it should cost less when you're not putting additives on vinyl. It should cost less. I know Chad once said that the boxes, there's them, like just the box is $30 to produce, and all the
really,
that's what he said.
Well,
really?
He said that. Yeah. But I just think
really?
I just think all the box set on itself, it's probably $40 to produce, like the whole thing.
Regarding the clarity, we don't know if there's has to be some chemical purification process, right? I don't know how it works.
Could be, but they manufacture it, so I'm not guessing they overcharge themselves to do it. So they're probably still like $1 or $2 to make.
Do they make or they buy Clarity Vinyl? I think they buy Clarity Vinyl.
No. Yes,
Nobody
but they
makes
press
Clarity
them.
Vinyl.
They press them.
Yeah,
Just the vinyl, the pebbles.
But I'm talking about this perhaps making that transparent vinyl purification. We don't know what.
Yes,
it costs.
I don't know, but I can't imagine it being more than $1 or $2 to press it, because that when you making 30,000. I don't think you wouldn't press it.
Jose, black vinyl run of 30,000. You know this. You're not going to pay.
No, I know.
You're not going to pay less than $3 a disc.
That's what I'm saying. So
you're not
I wouldn't
pay less than that.
So I wouldn't imagine making 30,000 and all the records are $10 each. Of course not, right? You would have 300,000 investment. I'll be like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? So I think that altogether, the box and everything, it's probably $40, and everybody could buy it at 100, but taxes or whatever, 150.
Well, we know
You know.
we've been through this before. You can't just quantify the materials. There's a license which probably costs more to then it eats up the majority of that price point.
You got to pay that quality control team too.
Yeah, and I mean, we know that some of these bigger titles, if you manage to get a tape out of the vault, insurance can go like up $1 million.
Yeah.
It can go that high.
Also, I think what Tim is saying is true.
Well, hang on. This is a controversial take, Jose. I was looking for the right music because Tim is coming hard in the paint with this one. I think MoFi's Super Vinyl is better and quieter than Clarity. That is a hot take if I've ever heard one, Tim.
No, I think that's true. My copy of
I'm trying.
of Jethro Tull's Aqualung was so fucking shitty. They had to send me 2 more copies than the one that I finally got at the end, and that was before they were like, you have to shoot it on.
That's why it's so expensive. They have to count for all these returns that they're going to take back. Two-thirds returns.
Hey, shout out to my man Bud in the return department. I had this is a case that came with a nice flaked label here that they took care of for me. So that will I put that in.
Don't send Chance. They should have you on speed dial in terms of like they need to know this one is going to Chance. Because it's coming back, man. You got a seam split. You got some flaky paint. I mean,
there's no doubt.
The label's not perfect.
I'm on the shit list. But Bud has got me, and as soon as the email comes in, he's like, "Oh, good." Hopefully he reads it at the end of the day when he's about to leave.
If I think the best thing they could do if they want to do like multiple titles and not spend that much, it would be do something like the Super Vinyl MoFi ones that don't have the huge box. You can get a nice jacket for, and it's gonna be.
That's why he has the $60 price point.
Atlantic 75, right?
Yeah. No, not just he also does.
That's right.
Have other other records that they do.
Yeah, but they don't have Clarity vinyl.
True.
So maybe if he could charge $80 for Clarity vinyl, it wouldn't be as bad. But again, I think if you have that power to press something, just going out of the box every few titles, because again, I've heard good things about the Funhouse one. If I had the money to buy that, I would have bought it, or the Vashti Bunyan one, of the Steve Lacy one, that I see everybody reselling at the Facebook group. But I think
name names, Jose. We're all about shaming people for flipping records here.
No. But I think those are interesting titles. They did The Doors as well, and they do a lot of classical music, which not for me. But if people that are really the real audiophiles, they love that supreme classical music sounding. So I don't know. I just wish they wouldn't do so fucking boring titles sometimes. Maybe a little crowd rock. Maybe a little bit of that. Maybe.
Well, Arnaldo, I'm gonna give you the same question I gave Jose. Jose started out strong, and then he just went torched earth on everybody.
Dark. It went dark.
He went real dark real fast. So Arnaldo, if Chad came to you, calls you up, says, "Hey, I heard that Michael Fremer didn't recognize you at the Beck concert, but I recognize you, Arnaldo, and I've given you the power. I'm giving you the power to pick our next UHQR. Help me. What would you suggest?"
The wish list, but I don't think it can be done. Not only because of the license, which probably be impossible, but because side 2, I don't think there's a break point. It would be Abbey Road, because not only is it one of my favorite Beatles albums, it's actually recorded beautifully, and it sounds really probably the best sounding Beatle album that I think would deserve a UHQR treatment. But I don't know exactly that suite, the medley on side 2. I don't know if it can be broken up, because it's at least probably 10 minutes long, and I think Here Comes the Sun, right, comes before that. So I don't think that could be done, but that would be on my wish list. Maybe he could do a 33 UHQR like the Bob Marley one.
Well, so this is a good opportunity to throw up Patrick's message I've been waiting forever. I just rip my 45 RPM records, man. It solves the problem. It's like, hey, I know it's controversial to a lot of people, but it's like, Patrick, I'm so glad you said it.
Well, it's like in the 80s, some people were taping their albums to not wear them out and listen to the cassette. Probably not exactly the same quality as today, ripping it at a high res, but
Yeah.
I think that somebody suggested Patti Smith. I think that would be a good one. Not an audiophile one, but produced by Mr. John Cale.
right. But if you want to go down, like the UHQR series has already veered off of the non-audiophile recordings
Correct.
with the Jimi Hendrix titles. They're not audiophile. They're just great records, right?
Aqualung is not an audiophile record. The
I don't
Bob
know.
Marley ones are not audiophile.
Well,
records.
I don't know. They're recorded beautifully. The two Bob
Yeah,
Marley
but they're
albums
not-
are very well
yes.
recorded.
Yes, but they're not like they sound good. I have them, but they're not audiophile records. They were not like, hey, you want to test my gear, my guy? And they're like,
Well, I don't know.
Nobody
I
ever
think,
said
I
that.
think the Exodus
So
it could be reference quality.
Felipe,
The
you got something on
UHQR.
your mind. Felipe, I see you're ready. What do you got?
I
It's ready
think
to pounce.
if we're talking about records that would sell, are popular and important, I think a record that, I'm sorry guys, is miles ahead of what you said, is Songs in the Key of Life, which
Stevie?
does not have a great sounding original pressing.
Yeah,
And
I have two copies, and they both have, like, the vinyl was not very quiet.
Right, and that record, actually, the 7-inch is probably the best song in the record is there. Right, so I think song is so important, so fundamental, so influential, and I think deserves to be there. And I would love to hear an album like Songs in the Key of Life, really well presented with a full bass and very clear vocals and backing vocals. I think that would be my top choice.
Yeah, I mean, that's being very intentional about what you're adding to the catalog. And I guess that's my original point, which is there's so many things, like just us could come up with a list of records that either A, just didn't get good vinyl pressings, or the original doesn't sound great, or like you said, it's noisy or whatnot. Maybe it's difficult to find. Maybe the original is expensive. I mean, just us can put together a list of that stuff. And I guess that would be my whole thing, is that, like, why are we doing stuff like, Jose's point, Asia? How many original record? What was the pressing of original Asias back in the day? I mean, 1 million. I mean, how many of those things are there? So it's not rare.
no, but my point is also that Chad promised with
and it
his
sounds good.
hand up in the air and a recipe for fried rice in
KFC
the other
original
hand.
recipe or 11
Yes.
herbs and spices. Yes.
Yes. That he, after doing the UHQRs, he's going to press the records as 45s as $60 titles. So that means that he didn't bargain for 30,000 Asias. He bargained for like 164,000 ones. So I just think it's weird. Again,
So, Spins, since I've asked everyone and you are the host, it'd only be fair. If you had the UHQR Magic Key, what would the title be, and why would it be Eric Dolphy?
Yeah. Can't you do another Out to Lunch? I mean, the tape is still pristine. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Since there's already the 2 Hendrix, like, I want to see Electric Ladyland. I don't understand why we can't get that one. I know it's a double LP. I mean, is that going to mean we get 4 records? I guess it would.
no.
And that's another
he
one.
can
To
do a 33.
Felipe's point, I don't know how much you can break it up. So, and it actually is a good point now that you mentioned that, because I think both Axis and Are You Experienced are fair to kind of break up. They're very much kind of hit related, 3-4 minute tunes for the most part. Electric Ladyland is probably not a good choice, but I don't know. I'm not a buyer anyway. I think there's a lot of jazz you could do. I mean, I think the Bill Evans were great. I think pick some stuff that's not. I'm thinking, like, I don't know about Thelonious Monk. His stuff's not really good. I know Felipe, correct me if I'm wrong. They're probably going to do some of his stuff in OJC, I would imagine. But yeah, something like that. Pick a really nice live recording with Thelonious. I don't know. I just think do more. and do more horizontal. Pick more things like Chance. You said, can we get some more contemporary stuff? I mean, we have the ability to do it. Let's do it. And
well, I guess at this point, guys, it's not even contemporary. I'm talking about music from 30 years
right.
ago.
Yeah, exactly. I'm talking as if music doesn't exist for the last 20 years.
Right. I'm not talking about like Charlie XCX. I'm talking about like, I don't know.
Jose's like what?
Super unknown. Yeah. Like,
do you think Chad is having a Brad summer? Be real.
Oh, no doubt. I think he created
right?
Summer. I think he picked that lime color. That's totally Chad's move. But no, I
hope it's true.
I had hope because when the initial sales, when they announced the Atlantic 75, a similar effort in a lot of ways at Acoustic Sounds, and when Stone Temple Pilots blew the doors off as one of those top 3 bestsellers, Chad even said 2 videos I think that I saw. He's like, he was pleasantly surprised how that performed, and it may open up his eyes to more modern recordings. Well, where are they? I know it takes a while to make the deal, but hey man, don't show me just the top if you're going to pull the whole thing off, man. Like, come on, like this is the move. Like, I know that Tiny Music I think comes out this month, so I'm excited to hear that. But Core was done excellently. More of that, please. Like,
the other one I do want to say before I forget, and Jose, I love Jose every time he brings it up, is Pharoah Sanders. And I didn't know there was some feud or something going. There's some beef with the Pharoah Sanders catalog, but it's like, man, there are so many opportunities there. And Alice Coltrane, I know you mentioned that too. Jose's right, man. Like, those are 2 perfect candidates.
Well, Vinyl Me Please is doing a lot of Alice Coltrane, which is, it's fine, it's good. She has a lot of bootlegs. There's a Russian label, I can't remember the name, Clarity something audio, something like that. They have a lot of bootlegs. If you go to like Amazon, most of them are like, but I just bought the Jack White pressed the latest Verve by request, and I don't think it's bad, but it was so quiet. Like, I had to tape my dogs with tape in the fucking mouth so I could be like barely like, can you hear that? And I couldn't. It's just horrible. But
yes, put up. Yes, exactly. Yes,
this is it.
Please do that.
This is the one. If you want to poop your pants, Chad, if you want to poop them and soil them in the front, if you want to soil them all over,
I don't think Chad's ever heard of that. I don't think.
Maggot brain. Yeah, I don't know. That's a
he's
tough
like eating
one.
Cajun food.
So Patrick, Westbound, they are having a AAA reissue campaign going on. I don't know when they're going to start coming out, but they will.
Well, didn't Maggot Brain got reissue like a month ago or something like that? Or wasn't it going to be?
I don't think there was a AAA yet. I think they're going to make a big deal about it.
Well, yeah, but in general, I think it was like. Also, Steely Dan has all those records already pressed by whoever the fuck pressed them. So again, the 30,000 Asias plus the 140 they're making afterwards.
Jose, how many Asias did they make? I didn't catch that number. Can you repeat that for everyone at home?
30,000. I think again that if they could do
30,000.
Yeah, 30,000.
According great Ahaz's here. Holy
allegedly. I mean,
I first of all, I just want to say too, I agree, man. There is a flood of jazz in the market, and there is. People are especially with Blue Note, they're just jumping on that bandwagon. I'm only trying to point out ones that are just anemic. Like, these are ones that haven't got a lot of reissues. Some of them have no reissues. And that's one reason why I bring up like Alice Coltrane and Pharoah Sanders. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Pharoah Sanders has a lot of good records that they're getting repressed. Like 10 Beat's going to get repressed by Verve by request. Probably is going to sound like crap. But if they could do something along the lines of having a good repressing of one of his records, that would be great. You know, especially the first Pharoah Sanders record that hasn't been like reissued in a little while. With the original black and white swirly cover, I think that would be great. But I don't know, man. Jazz has so many fucking records. It's not like a band that they release like 4 records and they split. They all have like 1,000 records, right? Oh, he plays just piano in this one. so why they only choose the same motherfuckers? Like, there's more guys than John Coltrane, Miles Davis,
Bill Evans.
and Bill Evans. Yes, that's all. That's it. Like Cannonball Adderley. Oh, look, here's one record or something. Just why can't they have a little more variety in what they're choosing? And again, not everything has to be UHQRs. It could be just, hey, here's a Pharoah Sanders 33 with a piece of shit jacket, but look, it sounds good. I would buy it. You know, it doesn't have to be UHQR. It could be nice jacket, $50, sounds nice, and I would buy it, and I would guess that would sell. But I do think that the Songs in the Key of Life, not one of my favorites, but I think that would be amazing if they did something like that.
So
MC5 as well, maybe MC5.
So this is the one. This is the rumor I've heard, and I don't know what you guys have heard, but
Yes.
Allegedly, the leader in the clubhouse for the next UHQR, the big mystery one, is Michael Tedder brings it up. He says, "Who's next?" by the Who. Straw poll, does that raise the hair on your arms and necks and backs, or is that just another like boomer music? Felipe, you look puzzled. Felipe, is this breaking your brain?
I have no idea, Chance. And there was just a huge expanded version of Who's Next that came out last year, right?
Oh God, yeah, you're right. I mean, here we go again.
Exactly, right. They have Speed, which got great reviews, Michael Freeman included, and most of the outlets that reviews, and the extra material is amazing on that reissue there. So I don't know, it could be, but I just don't think you should or would. Isn't it a Rhino thing? No, they don't belong to Rhino.
I don't know, Arnaldo. Are you up on
Universal. The Who is Universal.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
well, Rhino's doing a lot of different stuff, and Kraft is doing a lot of different stuff. Kraft is doing a Chalino record. Rhino
we
is
need
doing.
to have a drinking game every time Jose brings up Chalino on the stream. Everybody's bottoms up.
Rhino just did two different things for tomorrow. They're releasing a like compilation of Dog Yule era tracks, which is amazing because I'm a Dog Yule head. Shout out to the Dog Yule heads. And then Ween, they're doing Ween. It sold out everywhere. Chocolate and cheese. 3 records.
Comes out tomorrow. Bernie Grunman, baby. Bernie Grunman touched.
Bernie Grunman looking at those jugs, being like, "Yes, sir. This is what we need."
Cheese,
yeah. Singing. I can't put my finger on. Can you imagine that? But I think that's great if they did that. If the next UHQR would be The Doors, I would laugh my ass off. I would be like, everybody's gonna buy it, and they don't know, or they do know. They released a box set. They released this.
Yeah,
everywhere. It's just, again, I am someone that take suggestions very lightly when it comes to like somebody suggests me a record. I stream it. If I like it, I'll buy it. If I don't buy it. I'm not fear of missing out is not in my DNA. But
you don't have to have everything.
No, I definitely don't have to.
Jose is not the perfect man made in a perfect lab. Let's be honest. He doesn't.
You know what? Fuck it. Why don't they do?
That's the reason why Chance got moved into a bigger room, because he needs more space for all the UHQR library.
Yeah, I mean, literally, that's why I had to literally sell my paid off house and get this McMansion over here just for UHQRs.
Encyclopedia booklet.
And it's more Bill Evans. It's more Steely Dan. Like,
well, there's plenty coming.
Ready to shit my pants, pal, any day now. Ready, please. Ready, willing, and able. Okay, please.
I think Maggot Brain will be good. Everybody keeps asking Led Zeppelin. It's never going to happen. And if it happens, it's going to be one record. It's going to be probably like the second one. And that's it.
Vinyl Dreamscape, I think, has a great... He's not wrong by any means. I mean, they need to start cultivating next generation. We've talked about it before. I mean, like, we're going to get phased out at some point. And the market, and to Felipe's point, like, they just did... What record were we talking about? They're talking about that might become the next UHQR. the market is flooded with some of this stuff, man. And it's like, and what's going to happen with all these massive, expensive pressings of stuff that's very common?
I don't
And the
have
next
money,
generation's
Patrick.
coming up.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to invest with me, we'll buy the fucking rights and we'll put it out if anybody wants to give me
Well,
the
we're
money.
at that point of the program because as the vice president of logistics and operations of Aurora Central Records,
Vice president.
it's time I speak up, and now is
Yeah.
the time. For only 99 cents a month, you too can sponsor a child and sponsor this record label, and we will put out the UHQR of your dreams.
I would buy gluten-free things with it and records. No, but
Jose would be swimming in gluten-free keto hot dog buns. Look at
Hey, you got something right there, Jose. I'll go in with you. Gluten-free vinyl.
Gluten-free vinyl, yes. It's.
I live in the Pacific Northwest, baby. I can help with this.
Yes, but you know what?
Here's a good one.
Yeah.
Movie Music Man 75, kind of picking on Chance right now.
Oh, this is Brian. Brian's a good guy. He's in my area. I've met him.
Okay.
Brian's a good guy. But
Okay.
he listen. I've already spent that jack, as they like to say. So I will not be going back in that well. I'm quite happy.
So okay, he puts out a UHQR of Tripod. What are you going to do? Keep up with the collection?
You didn't say what you wanted, Chance. If you got the UHQR, what will you get?
Oh, what would I get?
Well, first read this.
Yeah, no, man, he's right. I have a World Book Encyclopedias. That's actually what I'm sitting on because I'm actually quite diminutive. You've met me, and so I'm sitting on literally L through R right now. It helps. I mean, Maggot Brain's a real good one. That was definitely one at the top of my list. I just want to know, and this is just me being selfish, and I know it would never happen. Give me Nevermind because I want to know if the tapes are out there because that's been the big mystery. Were the tapes lost in the Universal Fire? And depending on the day and who you ask, you'll get a bunch of different answers. My guess is that they probably were, but there's probably a backup tape somewhere. That's my guess. You know what I mean?
When was the fire again?
2008, I think it was 2008, 2009.
2009. It was 2009.
By that point, they'd already put out the MoFi, and again, I don't know if the MoFi is AAA. I'd have to go back to their big website of
the Birdie Gremlin stuff, like they say, it's analog as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that if they did the MTV Unplugged would be nice.
That would be as you talked to Chance about it this week.
Yeah, I mean, for real, like Pearl Jam, if they did 10, I mean, everybody would buy
As
that.
they say, the possibilities are endless, and you go in those 90s.
Yes,
but
you're saying that
ago.
You're saying that when in Salina, Kansas, it struck 10 p.m. and everybody's in the room, they say like, "Hey, Chad, what do you want?" It's like, "Hey, man, we need more Bill Evans. What do we got?" "Hey, we already did this 2 fucking titles. You fired." And then you just press them immediately.
You have 2 places to work in Salina. You can work for one of the Chad companies. There's like 5 or 6 of them, or there's that burger place. There's a burger place.
You're fired, right?
Right. So if you either go through the gauntlet of the Chad companies, or you work at the burger place. And other than that, you got to go up to Topeka or somewhere and get a job.
The guy that goes out of the box and suggests like titles like that, it's the same guy that's been saying like, "Hey man, that fucking website fucking sucks," and he gets fired immediately. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Out of his mouth. He's like, "Hey Chad, the website, you're out of here. Get out of here." Yeah.
What do you said? That's been top of the fucking line since 1998. They're just like Have you seen the? I'm pretty sure it's still up there. Have you seen the Space Jam website still up? The original Space Jam movie still up? No. It looks exactly like Analog Productions website.
It's like 16-bit or like it's probably 8-bit. It's probably really.
No, it's like 1-bit. It's like
one bit.
It's just one color per second. Like, Bugs Bunny. But I think that.
I think we beat the shit out of the topic, guys. What do you guys?
Yeah, I was gonna say that the clock is ticking.
And if you're only gonna take one thing from this, it's the number 30,000. All right,
30,000.
Which is actually more, right? Because we know they're making more. But yes.
Yeah, you got to have what do they call it? Runoff, 5%. So then add another 5 to 10% on top of it. Fallout of production.
I think it would be nice a single-sided Ramones record. How would you think?
It doesn't even play all the way through.
It's at 78.
It's gonna be heavier than the Led Zeppelin.
Can you imagine 78 RPM? Cheddar's like, we're gonna bring it back, and it's like the whole
Sherlock
catalog,
coming back,
the whole
baby. Coming back from the bayou, baby.
Yeah.
See, my impression's not as good as Jose's. That's why I try not to do it. It's
listen, man, that crawfish daddy, my guy.
Hey, Chad, how many more Steely Dans we got before we're done? That's to you, Jose. I was setting you up.
What the fuck? No, I don't know. Like, you meaning like the titles? Aren't there like two left? Okay,
that's a fail. I'm going to ask you one more time, Jose, and I need the voice.
All right.
When are we going to get the remaining catalog of Steely Dan, Jose or Chad?
Never. I don't know what the
I don't
answer
believe that.
was
Okay.
for that.
Yeah, you can't be prompted. It's got to come natural. I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, guys, we will wrap up this topic and wrap off the podcast proper, and we will kick it over to the freestyle. Thanks everybody for joining, but do not go anywhere because there's more on the video side.
Love it.
Boom. Just smooth as silk right there, baby.
Did you guys just come up with that while I was away and I missed?
Yes.
Hey, on the B side, they got all the graphics, Arnaldo.
Oh.
I got all the drops nobody asked for, and Jason's got all the quality production. So,
oh, you're welcome to use any of this stuff. If you ever come back, if there's ever an A side again, I don't know.
A side next week. Listen. Tom at High Rant District has been on me like white on rice. He is like A side. It's like either I do it or I'm gonna be there's gonna be a knock at my door and I'm gonna be murdered. So I'm doing it just for Tom at this point.
Now that stings just a little, but I get it. All right, so you want me to throw out the bat signal or what?
Yeah, why not?
Can Patrick show his fun house, please?
The ERC.
I actually almost got a U.S. first edition promo copy of Funhouse, but the guy who was gonna sell it to me for $15. He looked it up on Discogs the day after he told me he was gonna give me. It was like 300 pesos, and he was like, "Oh man, I don't know, like I think I'm gonna keep it." I was like,
"All right, I want to share something with you guys."
That was that deal, Jose, going right in the toilet.
Yes.
I was wait, is that Arnaldo? Is that what he's sharing?
It did sound like Arnaldo did it for a second because he just came back from yes.
Fresh. All right, Arnaldo, the stage is yours. Go for it.
Do you guys notice something here?
Ooh, fancy.
Shrink wrap.
It's sealed.
Is shrink wrap?
Keep looking.
The face. No, I don't know.
Gatefold.
Tom Alum.
Limited edition.
These are not numbered.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Where are you about that?
No, this was a replacement copy that they sent.
Oh no.
Oh, but they probably have some, and that's how you know it's not.
I think they have them pressed for the near future, and they haven't said anything. So flip your copies now before they flood the market.
Hey.
That's all I'm telling you.
Hey, you don't have to tell me twice. I already did that triple return, Daddy. So I'm out of my bonus copy is already
my second copy that I had ordered that they put on back order for like over a month. I want to say a month and a half, arrived numbered with a seam split. And I'm like, you're kidding me. So
you sent them a numbered copy and they sent you with that?
So I said, hey, this arrived with a seam split. It's sealed, but arrived with a seam split. It's like, okay, we'll send you another one. Can you send me the picture? And I was like ready to leave for vacation. I didn't have time to, take the picture and send it. And then
what's up, Dave?
I come back. I even got a reminder saying, hey, this is still outstanding. Like your ticket is still open. And I remembered, let me send the picture of the seam split. And within like a few days, they send me this. That is the non-number.
But you kept the other one?
Yeah, the other one I still have, but it has a seam split at the top, even though it's still sealed. So whatever.
So who's next getting broken on this one, Arnaldo? Do you have the right people that you can just go and just punish them? I mean,
who's the next UHQR?
It's fine. It didn't. Look, it arrived without any corner dings or anything. But it was.
But that thing could have a seam split too, right? Have you opened it?
No, this one doesn't. You could. The other one you could clearly see that at the top it had a seam split.
I think you should send it to Chance first for quality control, just to make sure.
No, Arnaldo knows I don't like that. That's my least favorite thing is when you get that brand new record and the box. First, you pass the box test, right? Thank goodness the box is not one of those horrible Uline mailers. And then when you open it, literally, guys, I'm not even kidding. First thing I look is at the corners. Second thing I look at is that middle bridge because they always load them up. They always load them north up, and the disc if it's not packed tight. At that middle, we got to come up with a name for it. That's probably gonna be legacy level shit, guys. Whatever area is, let's call it a hymen of the jacket or something, because that is always getting
the taint.
The taint.
Yeah. So
hey, we need a video of this, Chance. I need to know.
Man, the Rhino box should come with like a checklist, right? Like, you're gonna send a bill in the mail. Have you signed the check? Is the address showing? Have you included the right amount?
But I have to say, the person that's responding to the tickets overnighted it. Like I got it from FedEx overnight one day, which is, it's commendable that they actually go out of their way to spend money for a FedEx overnight.
Sure.
My question that I was gonna ask you is, ¿qué onda, Eddie? Have you seen the other videos where people got free copies? Were those numbered as well?
Well, Jose, it wasn't free. It's a replacement.
No.
You screwed up with the first one.
Yeah.
The least you can do is replace it. They replaced it with an inferior copy. That's a whole other story.
No, my question is just to see like maybe those unnumbered copies, because I do that when we have numbers stuff. I don't put anything when they're replacements, so people know that either A, they were a promo, which I barely ever send promos.
It would have been fine if I had a problem with the vinyl. You're sending me a jacket that is not numbered. I could care less, right?
Yeah.
But the defect was on the album cover. So you should send me the same album cover, which was numbered.
1,000%.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hence why when people say, oh, they said it was a limited run of 5,000. Then they get number 500 and.
But where's the number?
5,700. It's because
it's on the jacket, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't it under the OB?
It's under the OB. You can't see.
It's under the OB.
So it's probably like Massey's that says 00000.
No, it probably says nothing. You know why? Because I have a feeling this is the next run that they're doing that is not numbered.
It could be.
That's it.
And also, isn't there tomorrow they're going to announce 2 more titles? They're probably going to be like.
Well, I don't know if Steve Westman's here, but Steve has got. It says it's with a twist. It's a rock title with a twist. So I'm all ready for Kenny G. Who's ready for Kenny G? Who's ready?
Kenny G.
I think it's going to be a Christmas songs box set.
I was calling for Burl Ives earlier.
Burl Ives.
Christmas in August. Heck yeah.
The Burst Live. That's a good album.
No, buy now and get your box by Christmas.
Vince Guaraldi, the Snoopy one, like on August.
What's up, Dawson? How you doing, bud?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
They're gonna announce it.
Coming in loud and clear.
Okay, I got my new headphones with the microphone in it.
Cool.
Sounding good.
Perfect. Welcome.
One package, one rock band, multi discs. The fuck does that mean?
Oh, these clues? Is this like a what do they call that?
Just fucking say it, Norman.
A riddle. Mazzy's got some riddle.
Right. This is like the Riddler. Like Mazzy's the VC Riddler right now.
Leland is saying
package, one rock.
Leland is saying it's a box set.
Are we guessing?
Well, they say it's a box set. Leland said box set.
Staying Alive.
Yeah, all that I know is there's a few records on the same band. Yes, I'm not sure it's going to be the full catalog.
Oh, Tim, I think you may be onto something.
That's all I know.
Electric. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Oops.
Yeah. And same band.
I mean, I love them, but I wouldn't buy.
Catalog.
We should have brought back just the tip this week.
Well,
Yes.
Kevin, on this one, we don't have the tip. I think all of us are flying blind on this one because it kind of came quick. So,
Alex Dickey, the fuck are you talking about?
This is a conspirator. This guy is on the J6 committee.
I think he's just saying it because I have the.
Oh, you got a smashing.
Oh, there you go.
Jose coming correct.
I got the Kiss cover band Mystery.
Right.
Oh, have you seen that? There's a Little People band called Besito. Have you seen that? There's a cover band of Little People from here in Mexico. It's called Besito.
Oh,
I've heard of them.
I have a feeling that will make the program before the end of the show, Jose. Besito.
Besito, yeah. Can you?
All right.
You want me to?
I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm Jason. You got it. I'm on it right now.
I don't know. I kind of like Mac Sabbath.
Oh, I love Mac Sabbath. I was going to see them once in Austin, and I didn't. But Ozzy Osbourne likes Mac Sabbath. There's a video of them. There's a video of them meeting up. Besito. Have you?
Hang on, Jose. There's so much besito here. When I go on YouTube, I'm seeing a guy who's cross-eyed named Jorge Alejandro. That's surely not it. Then I'm seeing a couple. Looks like a couple twink boys, Albert and Cesar for El Besito. That's not it either, is it?
Is that a Kiss shirt, Felipe? I think I've been looking at the very.
Yes, that's membership 2022.
There we go. Nice.
Jose, can you flash that back up? It just made you big. This is what the people want. They want the small people as Kiss. They want the Kiss UHQR.
I'll look for another video. This one was too.
I want the mariachi band.
Wait, let me look for another one.
Oh, Jose. That was your moment to shine, Jose. You're on 2 strikes.
Yeah, I fucked up, right?
That is 2 strikes.
You had the Chad, and then you had this. And Dawson's coming. Dawson, are you a Danner? Are you coming out?
I like the Steely Dan. I'm not just a mainstream guy because I also got Asia too.
Oh, there
you go, Jose.
Here he is.
No, I don't hate Asia. I like Asia, but the fact that they have 30,000.
How many CDs did they have?
100.
Oh, and that's another thing. They have SACDs, so
300,000.
Yeah, SACD's number, which is probably more than 1,000, even if it's 1,000, right? And then you get the non-UHQR that's coming out, and then you have the whatever Warner Brothers, whoever pressed the other ones. That's a lot, you know.
So, what was the verdict on the albums earlier? Did the new releases sound better than the old ones?
I think it's a mixed bag. I think we're talking about the $150 UHQRs, and I think Spins, you said it, which I would agree with you, is OGs are out there. They're just harder to find. So you're paying up for a couple things. Convenience, which I don't think we talked about convenience of the availability of these UHQRs versus trying to hunt down a very clean OG can be tough. Mm-hmm. But the Asian one was a good example because, I mean, those OGs, you don't have to look super hard. You just have to, think called Discogs, think called eBay.
Pretty common albums, yeah.
Right. It's like X-Files. It's out there.
To quote Ferris Bueller, if you have the means, some of these guys highly recommend picking them up because the UHQRs are so choice. Right, Concert Buddy?
So choice.
Lingo.
I mean, if you want something that sounds 3% better than what you already have, drop the 150.
Sure.
And there we have it.
Well, hey, Spins, did you want to do? You had the other. We had so much fun with UHQRs. We kind of. What was the other topic about the album?
Yeah. If you guys want to do the judge a record by its cover, which I have no graphic for it. Sorry, I'm usually good on the graphics, but not today. I'll start it off. All right, here we go. Let me start with a controversial one. So the point was
short because and Dawson and Dave, feel free if you want to run and grab some. You don't have to.
Yeah. If you want to grab some, the point too, just so you know, is to a great album, shitty cover, or vice versa. Yeah. And some of these I think have grown on us over the years, but I want to just point this one out. Great record, But when you see that in the record store back in the day, are you jumping all over it?
So for our visually impaired people, Jason, what do you?
Oh, right.
I see.
So
what
we
you
got
mean.
some pet sounds here. We got the green cap on top. We got our boys right here with a bunch of goats, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
you
do
know,
have-
not
we do have
exactly
an
Sergeant
alpaca
Pepper's.
We do have an alpaca expert in the gallery. Norman, can you please confirm? Is that an alpaca?
Massey,
or is it-
Massey,
or is
what
it
the
a
fuck
fat
am
goat?
I
Yeah,
bitter
maybe we can
about?
clear that up. That'd be great.
What the fuck is Massey talking about? What am I bitter? What the fuck is he talking about?
So I'll kick it off with that.
All right.
Classic now,
Yeah.
classic now. But at the time, dude, if you walked into a record store in whenever this came out, 66 or whatever, and you see that, I mean, come on.
I think it's cute. I think it's. I mean, for Brian Wilson's head, I think it's a perfect album cover. To be honest,
All right,
Even the
Felipe,
title, Pet
In the Nail.
Sounds. Yeah, of course, it sounds good now. Is drilled in our head like Coke and Pepsi and Nike and all that stuff. But Pet Sounds, anyway,
well, there's animal sounds in the album.
it's too good of a record, Jose.
I got one if you guys are ready.
It's
Let's do it.
awesome. Just jumping in. I like it.
All
Go for
over it.
David Bowie
Ooh.
Low. Look at he looks emo. He's got
So
he got the eyeshadow on.
That was his whole idea. Like he was
Yeah,
androgynous.
that's-
He was the first guy to be androgynous.
I think
Is
that's
that
a
from the
good name.
movie? Is that the photo from the movie?
I'm
Last
not
Man on-
sure.
What was that
That's-
called?
that's
The
a
man who
frame
fell
from
on
the
Earth.
movie.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, the man
The first
man who
half is
fell to
okay,
the-
but I like the second half. Side B, it's very art rock. Warsaw, Art Decade, Weeping Wall. It's political. It's art. It's not his best album, and it's not even my favorite album from him. But that's an example of a weird cover, cool tunes.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's
All
pretty
right, Felipe, you're ready. You're
Okay.
chomping at the bit. What do you got?
Let's throw gasoline in the fire.
Please.
Yeah. It's a great record. This pressing actually was recommended by Patrick, and I love it. I never heard anything that comes close to it. But the cover is awful. It's terrible.
Awful.
It's an attack on good taste.
All right.
Okay.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
That's
Okay, okay.
It's freaking ugly. Come on, but the music is amazing, and when people say this is an acoustic album, dude, go listen to it before saying. I think this is probably my favorite Led Zeppelin record, and but the cover is horrible. Sorry.
I like it.
All right. All right. Who's next? Arnaldo?
Yeah.
What
Okay.
we got in the holster, sir?
So I got. I want to actually mix it up. A great album cover with a very poor record. Now, I'm a David Bowie fan. This is his worst record, but it's probably one of the best album covers.
Oh yeah.
And
This is
the
Tonight.
name of the album, Arnaldo, for the visual.
Tonight is the name of the album.
Thank you.
I think this is a great album cover, but it's probably my least favorite David Bowie album. Probably has one of my favorite Beach Boys songs is God Only Knows,
Oh, yeah.
and David Bowie does probably the worst cover, and it's a shame because David Bowie sings has done some amazing covers, but God Only Knows is way too theatrical, way too dramatic. I think he just ruined. Well, again, God Only Knows is one of my favorite Beach Boys songs, so I think anyone
How do you
else-
even cover that? I mean, it's too good.
Yeah, but this is a fantastic album cover, not so great record. Then we have a great record and a horrible album cover from someone who has probably produced some of the best and most iconic album covers of the 80s. And he shows up with his last album, this album cover. I think there's everything. Oh, I Am Not a Dog on a Chain by Morrissey. Everything from
title.
the color of the font, the choice of the font, the horrible picture, and you can't see it. It's
like a cell phone. It's like a cell phone photo.
right. Not only the photo is terrible, but also the quality of
So you
the
know.
picture is just it's bad. Great album though.
Troll.
Well, he has very questionable song titles sometimes. That one is.
Well, no, I mean, okay, I'm okay with the song title.
What, you don't like Girlfriend in a Coma?
No, that like.
And I'm sure
Beethoven
there's
was deaf.
something
the
behind
new
it
one.
that is supposed to be. It's intentional. I don't know what he was going for here, though.
He's
It
just
doesn't
out
like,
there pissing people.
You can't say it's like, because he put out a collection that was very reminiscent of those collections from the 60s, and that's like that's what the album cover was like. And I don't know what he's going for here. And he's always been, I understand he's a very vain person. He likes to look good, and spends a lot of time in the bathroom.
It strikes me as like a televangelist. Like I started
I don't
pulling
know
out
what's
my
going on
wallet
here.
and writing
So,
a check. Is that
For
wrong?
those that can't see this album, you're going to have to Google it. I am not a dog on a chain.
There's no way he approved that, right, Ronaldo?
Yeah, of course. He approves everything.
He
I
has
mean,
a lot of
even the rear cover is better.
It's better than the front.
Right?
yeah, it's better.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Led Zeppelin,
mean-
physical graffiti.
Yeah,
Jose, you got one?
yeah. I have two.
All right, bring the heat, or the meat, whatever you got.
I love this record, but I know there's like actual a background and a reason and an artist that made these things and they put it up. But I've never been a fan of the artwork for Dirty. Sonic
Youth, Dirty. Okay, all right.
Different.
I mean, I look at it and I'm like, the fuck.
Yeah, what is? I've never understood. Is that like somebody's grandma crochet? Like what is?
No,
the
this was a photo it was like a photo gallery they saw where there were these specific things on the wall, and I believe that's the guy that did it. And this is the most.
No, that guy on the
best-
cover, Jose, is the guy that they pay tribute 100%. Was their friend? He was killed. That was the
Yes.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
But there's like in the insert there's
Say it again, Jose, for the podcast listeners. What is it?
no Dirty by Sonic Youth. It's a great record. Like but just the artwork in general, I don't know. I love this record. And actually all these reissues of Sonic Youth, I have the original ones and I have these, and they're all analog, and they never get mentioned in the VC.
And most of them you can find on Bandcamp. They're putting a lot of concerts on Bandcamp.
Yes, but that's a record that I absolutely love, and especially because like 100% the video, if you've seen it, it's Skater's Paradise. But there's something about it that I'm just like, all right, they could have picked something else, I guess. And then another record that I think it's great.
Wait, Saber. Let's keep going around.
Oh, everybody did like two. What is this?
I just did one. I have more. That's
All
right.
right, I'll move along.
Who's next?
Oh well.
Because everybody was
I'll
prepared.
just jump into it, and I'll probably I'll try to take a couple strays for this one, but I love the album, but it's got to be one of the lamest album covers of all time. And what I mean is, I got Roy Ayers. Everybody loves the Sunshine.
Musician.
I mean, great musician, great album, but you know, what was this photography session like? Like, hey man, we got a yellow T-shirt, cool. We're gonna make the whole album yellow, and then we're gonna do this graphic stuff. Sweet,
It was
awesome.
horrible.
You can even see the sweat stains. I think my man's got sweat.
Nice
stains
touch.
there. So and let's just compare, because I would have much rather, this would have been a lot cooler. You got like a lemon or a tennis ball. I don't even know what it is. But this would have been a lot more fun than this, where he's almost prancing. I guess, what pose is this? Like, if you're a photographer, what
doing the
what
chicken.
tell your subject? Like, strut? I don't know what this is. So for such a good album, I would have rather had some hijinks like this than this very awkward pose of Roy Ayers, Ubiquity.
That's terrible.
Everyone loves the Sunshine.
That's got to be
looks like
80s,
art.
right?
70. I think it's 76.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So
I felt kind of inspired. I felt kind of inspired by that album.
Yeah.
Austin, there you go. What's up?
All right.
right.
Who hasn't gone? That
Well,
wants to go.
I brought two, but I got so many album covers. I would have to do some homework if I have any bad ones. I just picked some that were different the Cure Wild Mood Swings is different.
Yep. Oh, here, let me blow you up.
What is this? Broken,
It's in the same vein as the
Broken Metal
Sonic
thing?
Youth one.
It is. It's like Sonic Youth, the sequel.
Different, yeah.
The crochet.
He's got a hat now.
It's like a metal tin toy or something.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
This is OG 96 copy chance too.
Oh, look at you. I like it. Nice job, Dave. Nice poll.
I kept this one. And the only other, I can't think of, here's a bunch of them.
Okay, hold on, Dave. Hold on.
Whoa.
Let's go around.
Dave, we're only doing one at a time. Let's simmer down, cowboy. Simmer down.
Like some people like to blow their wad all at once. Let's keep everybody.
Now, can I just ask the question, Dave? Does that fall under the bad album cover, good record, or bad record, good album cover? Because I don't know which one I would pick. It's not one of my favorite Cure albums, and also the album cover is very similar to Dirty.
Dave, pretend no one's here, Dave, and you're just talking to me. Did you just grab a random record and show it? It's okay. Just tell me. Is that what happened?
I haven't listened to it for a long time. It's not one of their best.
Okay, so let's put it in the nice album cover, bad record.
Well,
Yeah, it has to
wrong
be.
channel. Wrong channel.
It can't be bad both. You need one or the other. All right, who's up? Am I on my second one, or did someone not go yet?
I think everyone. We went around the horn. I think you're up.
Okay.
Spin. You get the next
All
one.
right, let's do this. In fact, let's. Oh, you guys already saw it.
Oh,
Come on now. Oh,
Hang
yeah.
on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
that's
I
my
mean, bro.
favorite record.
And this is like what, their second or third album? I mean, they were like
the
slaying the album covers.
Yeah, it's the third.
So our
That's okay.
visually impaired folks would say, "What album is this?"
This
And
is
you would
Kiss
reply,
Dressed to Kill. The label is way better
"Oh yeah, Blue Casablanca's sexy." That's right.
than the cover. Yeah, it's a sexy label with the we got Bogart even. But man, dude, what were they thinking? That's not Dressed to Kill, first of all. And that's just not how you want to see Kiss. So I don't know, man.
We call that ironic, Felipe. You're the resident Kiss fan on the dais.
No, actually, Chance, both
Oh, I'm
of
sorry.
us.
I'm sorry. Actually, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
I'm a Kiss fan. I'm
We
wearing a
have
Kiss shirt.
Double Kiss fans. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got dueling Kiss fans.
Hey, I was showing midgets playing
if I had
Kiss.
to pick a bad cover, there's worse Kiss covers than Dress to Kill. And I think Dress to Kill is actually quite iconic. But Felipe, what do you think?
It's a good record. I like the record. It's weird, but not the worst. I say probably the 80s covers are not great, like Asylum.
Lick It Up is probably the worst.
Lick It
Well,
Up
to
is
be
terrible.
fair, I was doing like
Lick It Up.
70s.
Oh, the 84 one where Hotter Than Hell is with those.
I
Yeah,
like
Hotter
that.
Than Hell is a bad
Oh,
album
my
cover.
God.
Bad
Those
execution,
lights.
bad idea, everything bad.
Yes.
I like that record.
I don't have that one.
The music is great on Hotter Than Hell, but that mixing, that sounds.
The songs on Hotter Than Hell, they're great songs.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's recorded underwater.
Yeah.
For real.
I actually told I was talking to Chess when the Pearl Jam came out. The drum mix sounds like the new Pearl Jam record. The drums.
No, actually, I think it. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's like the cymbal crashes when you hear them on that record. It's like
Splashy.
like splashy. Way. And
So
you know
we're-
what? I was reading about the engineer kind of like apologized because they moved for the recording sessions to LA for that second record, and they were basically having a good time in LA, and he admitted to not being very focused on the recording of that album, and that's why it doesn't sound very good.
Okay.
So just real quick, since Rick's has already blown my cover here,
Uh-oh, he blew your spot up. That's not right.
there it is.
I considered it out. It was on my list.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, right? I mean, especially once you get a little ring wear and a dinged up corner. I mean, it's like,
Kind of a
yeah,
blah cover.
no good.
So
I like
gotta
that cover.
Guys,
like
I got to
that
take
cover.
this one head on because I thought he was a friend of the show, but Elliot Cruz is coming in hot. He says, "Kiss ? Aren't they all bad records and bad covers?" Can you
Yeah.
believe
Oh.
this, Elliot?
Classic South Carolina take.
Yeah,
Classic.
this has got you one strike away from banishment from BC and the VD, your own creation. So
Maybe there's a Kiss
Game show.
bluegrass cover band that Elliot would like.
How did you get that wrench, Elliot?
Yeah, actually,
But
Dawson,
can you put up
a good point.
Can you put up his second comment?
Oh, he followed that one up with an even worse comment. Hang on.
Double down.
Oh,
But
no, Elliot.
But
I
you have to read it like as a preacher from the 1950s.
No, well, should I try? Elliot, can I try my Elliot impersonation?
Yes.
I've never understood the appeal of Kiss music, especially hearing people I otherwise consider to have excellent musical taste. Is age thing? Were all you guys 12 when Kiss was a big or something?
Exactly. I was actually 8. I was 8.
I was like 5.
Can you do the next Elliot Cruz that he just
No, I'm not gonna do.
insult me because I call him from
All
South
right.
Carolina.
One more. I haven't been on screen in a minute. Elliot says, "How dare you accuse me of being from South Carolina?" Now that is a huge insult, Jose.
Nice.
Let's not alienate our friends from South Carolina now.
Yeah,
I thought
love
that-
Hell Net. I'll be there next month. So
I thought that
I love
Carolina
Southern.
just needed a little more Carolina, like with the like
Chocolate
it's
floor
dry.
cast.
Hey Felipe, let's see your Kiss shirt.
That's the Kiss Army 2022. That's
Oh,
the
cool.
Yes.
Represent.
Hey, maybe in 2 weeks on the B-side, we'll do an all Kiss show. Everyone's invited.
Yeah.
with the besito color, man.
I have another bad record cover.
All right, Dawson.
It's all
bring
you.
it. Bring it.
So this is Neil
Nah,
Young on the
that-
beach.
that fucking
This is a
slaps.
horrible album
Oh,
cover.
that fucking slaps.
He's
The
got the
cover,
orange
Jose?
shirt on.
Yeah.
Look,
Does
look,
your
while
record,
the chairs are knocked over. He's got a mess over there. Yeah.
does your record have the inside that it's like carpeted?
Let
Does
me
it?
see.
Ooh, carpet.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
The
right?
inside is carpeted.
I
I'll
love
give
it.
him
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you
detail on
show
that
that?
one.
Can you show that?
No, I don't have the gatefold. They kind of just.
No. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Oh.
it was not gatefold. Yeah,
Split the
well,
taco, Dawson. Split the
I
taco.
I got bad lighting on here, but let me take the thing out.
Yeah, it had like carpeted insides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think Aegis covers is a piece of shit, by the way.
Yes.
I'd have
Like,
to
oh my god, it's
get
Asian.
my
huh?
flashlight next time. So let's see. As for the music, it starts really well and it just kind of goes downhill.
No, that's a top 5 record by
Yeah,
Mr. Neil
I
Young.
think probably my favorite Neil Young. I think
Yeah, that's like up
it
there
has to do with
mine,
it
yeah.
has to do with the period in his life. Even like position of the car and the cover, everything like has kind of a meaning.
That's
It's-
yeah.
It's very introspective. He's got some good storytelling on there. For the Turnstiles is nice too, and it's got the atmosphere on it too. It feels like you're actually on the beach, just kind of chill out, fun on the Neil Young album. It's not his most popular, but it was enjoyable for what it was.
Yeah, this was not planned, so they just got together in the studio and just recorded, just almost like a couple of days out of the blue.
Yeah, it's just like jam session
Yeah.
gone great.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's
I got one more.
All right.
Hang on. I think we're going in order. Well, Dave, you're just jumping the line, Dave.
I changed my mind. I think this is
He's
All right.
happy. He's happy.
it's a,
Dave
it's a
is fit to be. Oh, what do you got, Dave? Tell us.
good album. Yeah,
Jazz, Bass, what is
no techno since
Yes.
Yeah, Yaz, right? That's
It's
the
Jazz.
the guy from Depeche Mode
it's a good album, but the
started that band.
cover is kind of weird. 2 mannequins.
Hey, you're on the cover.
it? Yes. I've never heard that. I know there's a Mo-Fi
It's
version.
a good
of it.
album if you like synth
That's all I
pop
know.
music.
Mm-hmm.
Depeche Commode agrees, and he says, "Yeah."
Right,
Can I show another one?
Sure.
Is it just gonna be
Unbelievable.
Morrissey records? Oh,
Oh, horrible.
Wait, we're on bad cover, good music.
it's worse in the back. Can you show the back because it's as bad as? Yeah, there you go.
This is the Who Sell Out for those
There we go.
who are visually impaired.
Thank you.
And yeah,
But that is how people in England bake with baked beans. So you know it's not that horrible.
And it's Heinz too.
That's how
Chance.
Rob Walker like cleans his soul every day.
I think so. I think Rob Walker is a huge baked beans fan. I don't know if you knew that about him. He just had a birthday too, so I think he celebrated by opening up a can of pork and beans and just double fisted pork and beans. Yeah.
Delicious.
All right, Jose. I think Wyoming Dave cut you off, Jose. For you were cut off change. It was amazing. I've never seen that before.
I don't like this cover. It's Aura doesn't like me back. I don't like
That's
Oh, this
kind of different. Yeah.
That's the,
Black Sabbath, Never Say Die. Every time I see it, I'm like, yeah. And when I listen to it, I'm like, all right. dude.
I heard some people don't like that album.
I like this record. No, I like this record, but it's definitely the worst one
I've
on
actually
my
never heard it.
list
Believe it or
of
not.
the Aussie ones. I mean, yeah, not a good record. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It could be either way. Then it's gonna be
Just
a
showing
good
that
record.
album says it all, Jose. You don't have to say anything, man.
Never say die.
Never say play this shit again. Also, by the way, the second the Verdi with the aliens thing, it's weird. No, I like technical ecstasy. It's like, hey, some robots getting it on. I like that. Yeah, digital bitch
On an escalator.
Yeah, I
All
like
right,
that.
I got one, and I don't know if everyone's going to agree. So I can go and throw the peanuts and the tomatoes at me. So this is Metallica's latest album, 72 Seasons, which I enjoy the album.
It's a piece of shit. Cover.
Now, I have to disclose. Arnaldo will appreciate this. I've relocated this. This was a sticker, the hype sticker on the album. So really, what this looks like, I'm gonna take its clothes off. You ready? This is gonna get real ugly real quick. You ready? I'm taking it out of this luscious vinyl storage solution sleeve, and here you go.
Bruh.
What the fuck are these guys thinking?
Yeah, burnt toys.
I mean, you got the down tricycle, the burn
Lars
chart instruments.
You
and the
Lars
back
what
is
I
even
was
worse because it's a continuation of this nonsense. Like this is one of the premier bands of the last 30 years.
Okay, now,
Sales, influence.
well,
And then they put
okay,
their logo
okay.
is also not good. But yes, Arnaldo, please.
All right. Can you just put up one good Metallica album cover?
Oh,
Kill 'Em
Black
All.
Album.
Kill 'Em
Yeah,
All.
Kill 'Em All
is pretty
with the
great.
bloody
I
sledgehammer.
Ride the Lightning's
That's
good
a
too.
good
Ride the
album.
Lightning.
Right, the line
I mean,
is pretty good.
I'm gonna flip it the other way around. What is a bad album cover? The Load and Reload, that was blood and semen mixed together. That's pretty avant-garde.
yeah.
Hardwired pieces melting together. I would say Death Magnetic's pretty lame because it's just a coffin.
Death Magnetic sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. I like Death Magnetic. Rick Rubin produced it.
Lulu
Throwback.
is probably one of the better.
No,
covers.
I knew it. Jose was going to throw Lulu in here, and God,
Just the
bless.
cover. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a good cover, but the
It's a
album
good
is
cover.
poo-poo. It's a poo-poo
The
album.
cover is amazing.
So for a band who is on tour now, tickets still available. They play 2 nights. They play 2 different sets. This album cover is universally panned by most metheads as guys got too much money.
I think Lars was
he's a
probably
guy.
behind that. He
That cover
probably,
definitely
suggested-
tells a story, man. Like there's a baby that broke loose. I mean, what happened there?
Yeah.
And
Toys in the
then
attic.
the gatefold is just their pictures, and then it's like a die cut. So it's it just says was 72. Yeah, I mean, big deal. So
Smell the glove.
sticky fingers. Yeah. So
Um,
that's my selection.
the
for this.
last good Metallica album was Justice for All. Yes,
I mean,
that is.
I mean, there's a lot
That's
of
the last Metallica album I heard, so I can't speak to it.
Wow.
I don't buy the cliche. I'm sorry.
I when I was a kid and the first time I heard the Black Album, I thought it was like Cinderella or a band like that.
Yeah.
Cinderella. Come on.
Change the
Yeah,
sound.
something like that.
Cinderella.
No.
Cinderella.
Wow. All right, Spins. I think you got another one, Spins.
Am
We
I
got
up?
one more round of
I
this,
have,
man.
I have one more. I just showed one.
Okay.
Oh
Felipe,
yeah,
you got one?
okay. Here we go, Felipe. It's you, baby.
I'm gonna go with I think it's one of my favorite periods, like late 80s, early 90s. This is a British band. This is the original cover. They had to change the cover for copyrights, but it's one of my favorite of all time. But it's just too chaotic. I don't think the cover works.
Oh my gosh.
That's the Happy Mondays, Pills, Thrills, and Bellyaches.
That
That
is
is
a busy
horrible.
cover.
It's an amazing. So they had to change the cover. Actually, this is the very first UK press with all the chocolates and candies, and they had to change that for copyright, of course. But this is an amazing record, even the label.
It looks like
looks
a Beach Boys cover.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
that
so
has,
yeah. This is pre shoegaze, kind of the same time happening. It's more like electronic. One of the crucial bands. Later, they split in many different things. Late 90s as a great band, I think. Not sure if you guys are very familiar with, called Black Grape. You're familiar, Chance?
No, I'm not familiar.
It's called Black Grape. It's another Sean Ryder project, which also amazing, really good. Recommend checking.
Did you say the title? Just so people can that aren't watching can see it.
Yeah, Pills, Trills, and Bellyaches.
Yeah, that's a busy
that's
cover.
a very busy cover. Very busy.
Pills, Trills, and Bellyaches. Yes. Then this is one of my favorite records. Great music. You guys should check it out for sure.
Very cool, very cool. All right, what else do I got here? This is one that I don't hate the cover, but I avoided it because of the cover for a very long time. Let me blow myself up. So Quicksilver, Messenger Service. This is their second record, Happy Trails.
Yeah.
I love this record, and I think a lot of people avoid it because it's got a cowboy on the front, and he's waving bye to his gal and all that stuff. But I mean, it's live. It was half of the record was at Fillmore East, half is at Fillmore West. It's Quicksilver. If you like Quicksilver, it's fantastic, man. The guitars are great on here. Now, this is a bunch of covers of Bo Diddley's "Who Do You Love," and it goes, "Who do you love? Where you love, how you love, etc., etc." But don't let the cover and the titles detour you. I just think this is great. Live, psychedelic, late 60s music. But every time I look at that cover, especially after their first record that has the cool silver font, Quicksilver on it, it's just a total departure. But anyway, I avoided this for a long time, man. I love that record, though.
I used to have that album too.
What is that? Is that like pop? What is that?
That's not psychedelic rock.
Yeah, psychedelic
All
rock,
right.
kind of.
I don't know that one.
Quicksilver, Messenger Service.
I've seen that cover, but yes, I thought it was gonna be like country rock or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. You have no idea what it is by looking at it. The soundtrack to a Western.
All right, who's up? Dave? Wyoming Dave. Paging Wyoming Dave.
I have to think of a funny cover. I'll be right back.
All right. Wyoming Dave's going to go.
You're on the on deck
off
circle.
the pool.
All right, I got another one. This is my last one. Hear My Dear by.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I don't
pretty
know
bad.
what's going on here. This was like, actually, it's gatefold. I got to show you the full thing. This was the album that so basically he was married to Anna Gordy, who was Berry Gordy's sister. Berry Gordy is the owner of Motown, and they divorced, did not go well. And in the divorce, basically the settlement was an album for which she would receive royalties. And this was the album, Hear My Dear, hence the irony here, this is for you. And I don't know what's going on here. It's like, is it a Greek sculpture? There's the two lovers here. And then here's the rear cover, more Greek or Roman stuff. And yeah, the inside is even weirder. It gets very, I don't know.
But it's a good record, you say?
Oh yeah, this is a good record.
I've never heard of that.
This is a good record. It's like a board game.
I think the end is see.
It's Monopoly.
If you look at the cover, I mean, you look how Gordy used to run the label. See, like this table, and he's like handing a record to the label, kind of like.
Yeah.
They had a very bad relationship.
Yeah, and you see here the reference to the pain and divorce somewhere
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
My price sticker, I only paid $5 for it. So
Whoa, flex.
yeah. So
Flex? What flex?
that's it.
$5.
$5.
Oh, it's a double too. By the way, it's a
Yeah.
double.
Wow.
So he gave her his money's worth. Her money's
Let's
worth.
get it on. Let's get it on.
Oh, much
Sorry.
better. Much better.
Way better with the echo. All right, who's up?
All right, Dave, you really built us up.
It's not that weird, but this cover looks like they're stoned. It's a psychedelic group. Look at
Wow.
look at
But-
their eyes.
But is that a bad cover or a good cover or a bad
And what's
record.
the name of the cover?
If you have to ask.
The group's called Superfine Dandelion on Mainstream Records.
I like that cover.
It's just mild psychedelic music. Yeah, it's not terrible, I guess. I just like the looks on their faces. It's funny.
That's
Everybody
pretty
is
good.
beyond stone in that record.
Staring into your soul.
Oh yeah.
There's I don't have it here, but there's
Okay. I heard
the worst cover I've ever seen in my life is it's a Grace Jones single. But I don't have it here. But
I can send letdown.
You gotta show it, man.
Come
But
on. Chance,
you
can you cut
you
that
can look
out?
it up. You can
Yeah, I'm gonna edit that out, Jose. With the
you can look it up. It's called Private Life. She's lost control. It's just
Oh,
the same
gosh.
photo, but in the back, it's her photo, but like stretched, and it always makes me happy. I remember like seeing that as a kid.
Jose, the reason we do the live streams is so we don't have to look it up.
I don't have any. I don't have a lot of records here.
It's okay, Jose. I'll save you. I got one.
All right,
All right.
Dawson, please save the
There's
segment.
a
Please.
little bit of a glare, but King Crimson Beat. It's just a note. It's just the name and the note.
Oh, actually, I know the reason why they did that cover. So that cover with the little note, it's used to be what do you call that in English? Like those like library
16?
type records. They were just like a bunch of like songs that would throw it up. So it's based on something. It's not an original cover. They literally just took a cover that was for like encyclopedia type records, and they put beat on it. So
okay.
I don't know if that saves it or not.
No, it doesn't. If you have to tell a
I love
story
Beat.
to like,
Beat is a great fucking record, by the way.
So it took the encyclopedia on Chance's seat. Was it J through R?
Yeah. Good call.
So as for the music, I mean, this is one of the best rhythmic albums, obviously given its name. You got Bill Bruford on the drums and Robert Fripp on the guitar. I think it's Heartbeat. Like it has this looping drum track that goes along to it, and then I think probably Requiem. I think it's a longer song. It kind of finishes out the album well. Just for rhythm. Personally, I don't think it's a great album, but
Oh, look, I found it. Look, I found it. Can you make me big?
As for the technicality, I'll give him credit on that.
Can you make me big? That's the actual cover.
Oh my god! Yeah.
That's coming. Way to come back, Jose.
I thought you had the Grace Jones record.
No, the Grace Jones. Look it up.
I'm not looking it up.
Can you look it up? Private Life. She's lost control. It's just
I'm not looking it up.
Same fucking photo. Just like
text me later.
Beautiful. I'll put it in the private chat. It's not important. Like I'll have to like do it again later on.
You redeemed
I'm just not
yourself,
looking it
buddy.
up on principle.
Right.
All right, who else?
All right, can I?
That was a good one.
Can I go?
Yeah, let's go, Chance.
Right. I don't know if you know this one. This is a post-disco groovy record. This is
I remember when you bought that. You were
no,
like,
I bought it.
Shit.
Right? But this album cover is this. I mean, for the music that's inside is so good. So this is Leroy Burgess's band. He had several bands. He's probably best known, and it's not this guy. Best known as like there was this group called Black Ivory in the 70s. So he did this, and this was on the Soul, I called it Salsa Soul last time. I was wrong. Soul label. And this one is like super funky, dancey. I think if Fred Spectrum, if he's here, I think we've talked about this before. But a really interesting choice. I mean, I guess coming out of like the disco era, and like I guess this is 81. I think it is. Yeah, 81.
I've heard of him before.
Yeah, probably not too crazy. But then you have this I guess it's ladies' legs here. So it's and a tree. So you have a tree. Right between, hang on, I got to get it.
Can we get that in frame? Yeah,
there we go. So in frame, you've got a lady. It's like the Wicked Witch was trampled by the house. Except here is a driftwood. This is a driftwood tree that has come in, and then you have this sweaty, oiled up young man who.
That might be my favorite front cover of the day now.
I mean, I really came with it. I mean, I really was. I was shopping in my records, and I was like, what are the album covers I just cannot identify with, and here they were. So
Yeah,
I agree with Jason on that.
yeah. I skipped my Soul session. I forgot. There would be some amazing covers.
oh
But
yeah,
looking at that one, like special price, full catalog, the Ohio Players.
She's got legs.
Oh, yeah.
She knows
Oh,
how to
yeah.
use them.
Ohio-
Yeah, anything
Ohio
Ohio players.
Craziest album covers. And I tell you what, have you guys seen this? Actually, not to derail it, but it is so hard to find Ohio Players records without corner cuts. Like they're of any band, they're the most promoted, at least when I see them in the wild. If you can find one without a corner cut, grab it. That's what I do, because more often than not, like they're always corner cut. They must have been just giving them away. Like, oh, here's an Ohio Players record, not selling, cut the corner and let's just give it away.
Well, I guess they had to cut a few corners there.
Oh, Dawson, let the jokes.
Oh man, I don't have a rim shot for you on that, but I do have this.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Remember, walking in the sand.
Oh, Dave.
I know that song.
Walking on the beach.
Shangri-La's.
Oh, okay, you're going real old.
Oh, is that who that? Okay, wow.
That's what he
Aerosmith recorded as well.
remake Aerosmith.
Which, by the way, Felipe, did you see they finally rescheduled the Aerosmith tour? The
I said
farewell tour.
February now. I kept my ticket because it's pretty good and I don't want to miss it.
So February of 25, it's coming to Florida.
Yes.
Good, great. Yeah, they kept it. They kept the same month. They kept in St. Louis. It's gonna be October.
Kind of, yeah. I think so.
I don't know. Yeah, and I think the Crows are still opening up for my league. Are they still opening up for yours?
I think yes. I think that they haven't changed anything.
Okay.
Last time I saw that the Crows was America.
Oh, I saw them last year,
Nice.
and they were actually pretty good. They were better than the time I saw before when they didn't even play half the hits. Don't you hate that when you go to a show and they don't play, like, it's maybe a hit or two doesn't make the set list, but I think they only played like one hit.
No, that was great because they were playing festivals. So they were opening for Page Plant in '96 when they were touring the Unleaded tour, and the opening act of the night was Urge Overkill, which was a great show, by the way.
Wow.
It was a great show.
Spins. What's up next? You got
Well, I was
anything
gonna
up
say,
next?
I got a couple more.
Bring it.
I got one more. Very controversial. Very controversial. Again, I know we've learned to love it over the decades, but when you walk into a record store and you see this,
Oh no, Jose's gonna.
Mm-hmm.
What? I can't see you. Sorry.
come at me, Jose.
I can't see shit. My screen is frozen. Oh.
All right. Well, for you and for everyone listening,
Well, that's not my favorite.
this is Velvet Underground and Nico.
But why do you hate it? I mean,
dude, it's a banana.
Look at it.
well,
I know.
to be honest, it fits a lot because the music inside that record, it's so different what was happening during that time that I just feel that it's nice to have something that it's a little different with a different type of cover. I think it's great. I think the fact that you can peel something off of it. It's
Hold on, I have to
great.
blow you up now so that we can hear why
Whoa.
Velvet Underground and Nico cover is great.
I love it. I think it's different. I think in the back you could see the actual band playing live during those liquid light shows that they were so famously about. And inside there's great photos, and it's a cover that for sure, creeped up in value. The originals were, dude. So
Yeah.
it's
What is
a
that?
print.
Okay.
It's basically a print of a
You
guy
haven't
that
sold me.
introduced himself. I think it's great.
This one does have the peelable banana for those that are asking.
Yeah, I think.
But,
I think
it's a
great.
damn banana.
Not,
Yeah.
I
not
don't
my
care what
favorite,
any of you say. Come at me in the chat.
Not my favorite Velvet Underground because I'm a Dog Yule head. So,
Guys, I got it. I got the worst album cover here. Sorry, I have to cut the line. This
let's
is
get
the
it.
worst album cover ever.
Oh, Johnny.
Edgar Winter.
Come on.
How dare you?
They only come out at night. Just
Well,
look
have
at
you-
that. Ah!
have you seen his?
Kind of that. Yeah, I've seen that.
Have you seen his brother's
Thank you, Depeche
Scientology
Mode.
record? I bring Scientology a lot, by the way. Have you seen his brother's Scientology record? No, that's a piece of shit. But the
Dan
cover is
Hartman
really good.
up there.
This is a killer album, man. Like putting
Yeah.
it on the turntable for the first time. Frankenstein, like you got the sound effects on there washing around. You got Free Ride, that classic hit radio song you want to put on, and
Where I'm
rock and
laughing at
roll.
Bobby Gass's comment. He said, "I smoked banana peels back in the '60s. All it gave me was a headache."
It was a headache.
He's smoking more than that.
Amazing.
Yeah, good
Amazing.
funky
Yeah,
groovy
Edgar
record.
Winter and Johnny Winter, man. Johnny Winter shreds and
Johnny
kind
Winter
of helped resuscitate Muddy Waters' career. He's on a couple of great Muddy Waters albums that he played and I think produced too, which were really, really good.
I have to wash
and
my
Edgar
hands
and
now.
Johnny performed together a lot too. Yeah, that's great electric blues, man. Really good. Who else?
I got one more. I don't think it's bad. I mean, I also think it's a good record. I just found that it makes sense. It matches the title. I know that, but getting their catalog, I mean, that's one of the ones that I like the most. But this cover is so unappealing. It took me forever to feel like actually listening to it.
Oh, I almost picked
yeah.
it. Diver Down. Yeah, I almost
Yeah.
picked it.
I mean, Diver Down has a diving flag, and but the music's always also pretty good here. But the cover is so unappealing compared to the sound, the idea. I just felt like even like Van Halen 3 has a better cover.
There's a James Taylor one that looks like that. It's called
Flag.
Flag, yeah.
Flag.
Yeah.
That's also
I like that cover.
In yellow, yeah.
Flag? Nah. Actually, the worst James. I don't have it here. Another one that I don't have here. But there's a James Taylor record here called "Daddy Love His Job." You know that one? Anybody has that one?
I just know the title. I don't.
Well, that's the same with Marvin Gaye one that he was getting a divorce and his ex-wife was like, "Hey, what's more important, me or your job?" And the motherfucker literally released the record called "Daddy Love His Job."
Actually, his dad loves his work with.
Dad loves his work.
Dad Love His. I don't remember. You think I listened to that record a lot?
Is that like trolling? Is that like old school trolling?
Yeah. It was.
Fair enough. That's OG trolling. I like.
Yeah, OG trolling. It's like
Carly Simon.
the
That's like
punchline. The punchline was like months after the divorce.
It's like the original diss track.
Yes, but it was a horrible cover with him like full of grease or something.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Flag's a good record, but the cover is horrible. There's a MoFi of that.
Yeah, there's.
Last call. Anybody else got it? I'm out. I only brought three to the gunfight. I'm sorry.
I only brought two.
Hey, Chance and Jason, just before you show the bio, I just want to. This is an album I won. This is a bad cover. This is an album I won from a.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
That's not Wyoming Day, are they?
Well, I won this album cover last week from David Safe Texas.
Oh, Safe and Sound Deserter. Yeah, Safe and Sound Deserter, Bianco, who kidding aside, it's his wife's birthday, so he made the right choice in not being on the show.
I haven't listened to it yet, but I will.
You can have
It's
a
a good one.
birthday cake
That's
on
That's
camera.
a good record.
That's a good reissue. Yeah,
I'm
it's a
not
good
saying
crap.
it's a bad cover. I just say I won this. I got
Oh.
it out this morning. Craft Records.
Dave, we were hoping for a horrible cover.
We have yet to see a horrible cover from you, Dave.
I have to do some more homework. I don't know if I got any horrible album covers.
Unbelievable, Dave.
Well, there is one that I would put up, but I don't have it.
Jose Jr. Okay, yeah.
Here comes okay.
I don't know if any one of you has it. It's the Joe Cocker album with his face like all up front.
Oh my gosh!
The one he
You
looks
guys
like.
know which one I'm talking about. I think that is the worst.
Oh,
ever.
I have that. It's in my garage somewhere.
With a little help from my friends.
No,
No,
The
it's a
first
different
one,
Is it
isn't
the
it?
black and white one?
Can you stand the rain? Maybe
No, it's the first one.
Yeah,
the
I
one
think
he
it's
gets-
that one.
the first one.
Isn't it called "With a Little Help from My Friends" or something like
The
that?
first album he had. his
yes,
face
it is.
on.
With a little help from my friends. You're right.
Yeah,
1969.
I've seen the cover.
Sorry.
It
Yeah.
looks like
Yeah, exactly.
yes.
I've seen that
It
cover.
is horrible.
Hang on,
That's
you
a
mean-
great
you mean-
record.
You mean this Arnaldo?
Yes.
That one, yeah. That's it.
Yes, that's an amazing. But that's a great. Jimmy Page plays on that.
Yeah, I don't know what face that is. You know, is it an O face? Is it a no face? Is it a
It looks
Indiana
like
Jones? The boulder's about to hit you face. Like
it looks like the woman from Matilda, the movie. Something like that. I don't know.
That's the face.
Looks like meatloaf.
Matilda. You know, every time I talk about
I don't
Matilda,
know
movie,
that.
I want that cake, the chocolate cake. So Matilda.
No, I like the part where like the school teacher grabs her by the pigtails and throws her right over the school.
Yeah. I haven't watched the movie in like
movie actually.
15 years. I think Led Zeppelin 4 cover looks like shit, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I mean,
show it or it doesn't happen, Jose.
Yeah, where is it?
The last time I
Fix or it didn't happen, bro.
the last time I owned a Led Zeppelin record was like more than 10 years ago. More.
Zosa wasn't that bad of a cover.
Okay, here. Let me show one more since we're rolling, and this is kind of Chance kind of inspired me on this one.
Uh-oh.
Jesse Johnson's review, baby.
Damn, that looks like
Look at that Jerry curl. I love a good Jerry.
Now that
curl.
is some '80s for you right there, baby.
that looks like
that's
Soul
like
Glow.
a Dollar Tree Prince.
It's exactly what it is. Although he did have one good hit. What is it? Something World. What is it? It's not on here. It came out only as a
It's
single.
not on there,
It's not even on here.
so it's a bad record, bad cover.
I mean, even dollar store Prince isn't bad.
It looks like a guy from you remember that Coming to America movie and
Soul Glow. Yeah,
like
Soul
Glow commercial.
Yeah, there you go.
He kind of looks like Prince, almost like.
Here's a bad album cover.
Oh yeah, that's Jimmy. That's a Jimmy Page saying, "Oh look, I like little girls."
Austin was the whole shit.
Fucking Jimmy Page.
Oh, you guys said that was a dollar store Prince one? I think it's like the kind you find at a secondhand store.
Oh, that's dude. Where are the
Raspberry
rim
Beret.
shots? I got to come correct with the rim shots next time, man.
I
Well, let
got
me give you
them
this.
all.
You need a new soundboard, like.
Oh, you can't even hear that. That's a golf clap, but
Oh no.
There's
all right, we'll fix the volume on these.
we're just people if they're listening to the podcast, they can even see, so it doesn't matter if I show it here. I think that the Eric Clapton one, Boulevard Ocean, whatever it is, Ocean Boulevard. I know it's the house, but
Yeah, that's a house in Miami. It's actually the Bee Gees moved to the house and started recording
Yeah.
the disco stuff there.
yeah, but it's a whatever cover. Like when I saw it, I was
you
like,
know
eh.
why the Bee Gees, right, Felipe? Because the house, I think, was owned by Robert Stigwood.
Right.
And-
Yes.
And he wanted to get Eric Clapton clean, so he sent him to his house in Miami, and that's where he started. I think he started recording the next record there in Miami, probably at Criteria. I don't know if that was actually the place where, but that's the reason why he sent Eric Clapton there, and then probably that's why the Bee Gees went there as well, because the producer Robert Stigwood owned the house.
Yeah.
So
Bee Gees.
So while we're on the topic, and not to beat this into the ground, but are you guys familiar with it? I think it's a website, but I follow the Instagram. It's called Obscureth Vinyl. Have you guys seen this?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
not yet.
No.
Not-
All right. So we have 7 people. So one other person's heard this. So some of these I think they make up because there's no way on God's green earth that these could really be album covers. But I'll show a couple. Just
No, they are AI. They are AI.
oh, so they're not real?
No, they're not.
I thought some of these were real. Well, hang on. Let me.
No, they have like an O.J. Simpson one and shit.
Oh, well, that's like telling me there's no Santa Claus. I mean,
Yeah,
because
I glue my balls to my butthole again.
yeah. Hang on. Hey, spoiler alert. Come on. Oh,
Well, it's just fucking stuck like
so like here's this one. I don't know.
Nope.
My arms are just stuck like
that's
this.
weird. That's weird.
Or
That's very. Are you like my aunt that is like, hey, this new video of Trump saying
Good, my
he
balls.
likes
I saw
McDonald's.
This album cover is called. This is by the Sticky Sweets. It's called "I Glued My Balls to My Butthole Again." I mean,
I wish these were real.
this
But
is
you can play them.
avant-garde.
They make the song up. So if you
Oh yes,
play
I have
them-
heard of that.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
heard the
all right.
shorts. I haven't heard the whole tune.
Oh, all right. Well,
There's one called Social
Hawk Tua's got an
Disease.
album? Holy shit!
I mean, there are songs called "None of Your Bullshit" with a none on it. You thought it was real?
Yeah, Jose, you're right. These all look like AI now. I
Yeah,
thought
they're
this was
all-
a real. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, I think I went to
But,
school with this guy. Every dong
Jose's
has its
right.
day.
They actually have audio of these. They recorded the music
yeah,
to them, and they
it's-
sound
Yeah, it's a TikTok.
like from the
man.
era.
That's
Wow.
the album cover Chance needs.
I do need this one. Yeah, this is. Man, well, I just found out there's no Easter Bunny. That was a sad one.
I thought they were real at first.
I know there's a website out there for strange album covers because I've seen it. Like there's the one of the guy blowing a tuba and a woman who's in like the downward dog and it's blowing into her ass. You know which one I'm talking about? I guess not. Okay, sorry.
Blank
There's-
stares.
No, I mean there's some of the. Oh shit. Here we go. This guy. Here we go. Now hang on. Now these are real. This is not AI. So buckle your seatbelts. And I know the visually impaired. I'll try to present this as best I can, but this is a real deal. And I'm not even making this one up, folks. This is called the Snurds by request. and I mean, and I'm assuming this is like gospel. Like, is that it has to be, right? Like, who on earth would think this is a good idea?
Yeah, look
All
at
your
that.
favorite gospel
Look at his
quartet
face.
songs of inspiration. Look at his face. Like,
Where's the other two?
well, hang on. So here's
I mean,
another one.
Okay, there's three of them.
Here's the Dick Handler Quartet. I should have been crucified.
That's not real.
Do you have the Coop party music? You know what that is?
No. Now
Yeah,
here's
no,
Country
but
Church.
sure,
Look at
but-
these. I mean, beautiful, beautiful. Here's one. Udo
King
Lindenberg, Sister
Oh,
King
boy.
Kong. Anyone familiar with this one? So,
Sure not.
oh,
Sister
Oregon-
King Kong.
Organ Fascination by Dave Stevens. Now this one looks legit. I don't find that one too weird, right? Here. So we've got Uncle Les and Nancy Wheeler featuring Randy, which is a bad ventriloquist dummy
They
called.
look
Do You
high
Use
as
It?
fuck.
Here it is. Hey, you guys probably thought I was tripping balls, but this is the album cover I was talking about. You've never seen Wasp?
Maybe I think I've actually seen that. I'm not sure.
What?
I mean, you've never seen this album cover.
Nope.
No.
Guys, like I mean, I've never seen it in the wild. See you later, Kevin. Good hang
Wait,
with
the title is a Wah Snatch. That is awesome.
Oh, that one was after the rusty trombone.
Oh man! I mean, if anyone ever finds this album, please contact me. I will gladly.
Yeah, man, I'll pay anything you want.
Let me
Now
tell
this is the Minister Quartet with their classic "Let Me Touch Him," and it's for whiter than white guys from the 50s. This hair by the Singing Ricky family is quite impressive. It looks like a cat's butthole. If you look at the lady on the left here, I mean it's an impressive bouffant.
I like that cover. It slaps.
That Jose, do you have this one by Svetlana Rubisovic called "My Lips Are for Blowing"?
You know, my music teacher, one of my music teachers at the university was called Svetlana, and
Well, I think I found
maybe
her.
it's her. Maybe it's her.
Now this guy and this is on Decca. It's the immortal Fred Emney.
Jeez.
He
looks
literally
mad
looks
or
like he's
something.
taking a shit on a stool.
Decca was just like, spend that money, my guy. Just,
He does
it
not.
Blueberry Hill.
looks
Oh,
nice.
boy.
I would buy that Fred Emney if I saw it. I would buy it.
Jose,
Oh, you have to.
challenge accepted from
Yeah.
Fred Emney.
I have one more album cover later
All
on.
right, hang on. Look, I gotta find. Oh my gosh, look at
Do you
look
have
at
the actual record?
the poor
an
daughter. on
actual
this
record.
one. Holy smokes. Oh, now this one's a pedo's dream. Here, watch over my little
Oh,
girl
God.
by the by the vibrator.
Man, the swag. Everybody
I've
looks
never
like
been more offended.
everybody looks like they were in Guided by Voices. I like that.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, this must have been the inspiration for Borat. This young man, Queen.
Borat.
I don't know. Oh, Uh-oh, Wyoming Dave, do you have this one? Kevin
No,
Rowland.
I don't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Smart
now
ass
there's
man.
nudity. Now this one looks pretty good. Songs that mom and dad taught us, the Friends. And what I like the most about this is you have a conch shell under the television.
So what that is?
I can hear the ocean from here.
I can hear something. All right, that's enough of that for now. Oh, I got to stay in studio, but we'll do that. All right, Jose, you got one more round us out, bud.
Wait, my
Sorry, I
camera is
can't.
all frozen.
Guys, I'm gonna head out. Better go.
All right, Felipe, thanks for
Felipe.
coming in, bud.
Bye.
Thanks,
Some
Felipe.
hard work.
Appreciate
Nice to
you.
meet you, Felipe.
I believe. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right,
Nice
see you
to
soon.
meet you.
See you next time.
My camera is stuck
Bye,
on the
Felipe.
Kevin Rowland cover.
It's stuck on the Kevin Rowland cover.
Yeah.
Take a screenshot quick.
Jose, I'm sorry, and you're welcome at the same time.
All right. I'm just waiting for my fucking froze. I think I'll come back. Let me log
I mean,
off
we can
and
see
come
you
back.
fine.
Yeah, you look
Are
all
you
right.
there?
Oh,
Yeah, you're not frozen.
All right. All right. So this is the cover.
Marley,
You
what
can
is
see
it?
that?
Oh, Mara. Yeah. Bob.
Marley Tats.
Yes. It's an experimental record. It's not a Bob Marley record at all. But there's a song called We Are All Bob Marley. It's my favorite guitar player of all time, Bill Orcutt. And that's the cover. And I love it, but I don't know what the fuck's up with it's all Bob Marley tattoos. That's it. It's not
It's intense. Oh man, some of these album covers, I just can't. Oh my gosh.
Keep it rolling, Chance.
No, I mean some of this is nudity. I can't be showing this, but I mean, uh-oh, not sure what that is.
That was
what happened. Was that me?
We'll save that for future shows. It'll be a nice bit. We'll just go back to the bad album covers, and
I bet you
have
you
some
go.
hijinks. But,
If you can actually acquire some of those records, man, that would be great.
I'm very inspired. Let's put it this way. I mean, if you would see what I see, there is some comedic gold here. I don't know, but I don't know. That's all I got, boys.
I'm gonna go out and buy the whole Ohio Players catalog now.
with heart. Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Hey guys, I gotta go too.
All right, Arnaldo.
All right,
Getting late.
Arnaldo. Thank you, my
Nice
friend.
to meet you.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys. Have a good night.
You
You
too.
too.
All right, see you next time.
Bye.
Well, Spins, anything left on the docket?
I mean, that's all I got for programming. So
All right.
unless you got something else,
I am bone dry, as the kids like to say.
all right. Well, let's sign her off then. Thanks everybody for joining. Appreciate everybody in the chat too, jumping in and giving us your thoughts. Even if you guys think Velvet Underground and Nico was a great album, it's okay. We can still be friends. But yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks everybody on the podcast for checking us out. Check us out next Thursday. The A side will be here.
The A is back, baby. The A is
The A
back.
side is back and better than ever. So
Yeah, we
the
should
day
be.
it's Wyoming Dave. Thanks for joining, man.
Thanks for having
Thanks,
me on. Anyway.
Yeah, Dawson, thanks, man. Appreciate you. Always a
Thank
pleasure.
you for having me on. Check out Rampage Video.
Rampage video.
Rampage
Where it's
video.
at.
There you go. Jose, Moreno Ron. Oh, okay.
Jose said, "Fuck this shit. He's out. He didn't even want walkout music. That's what it
Dang,
comes
I was gonna try to bury the hatchet with him, but I don't know. Okay. I had nothing but nice stuff to say, Jose.
to.
All right, and of course, concert buddy, the man himself, Chance. Thanks so much for joining. It's always a better stream with you here, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate you, sir.
All right, everybody.
you,
We will
guys.
see you next time.